How's it going, folks? Good morning. Hopefully you guys can hear me as always. My IT department, which is myself, does such a wonderful job at making sure everything is ready to roll. So thank you guys. I'm sounding a little stuffy today. I do have some kind of cold going on, which is kind of left over from last week, actually. There is no music. So in case you were curious, there should not be any music. You shouldn't be hearing me. If you're hearing music, you may need to see a doctor. But there's no music today. I figured that there'll be enough talking that there doesn't need to be any music. But hello, everybody who's already here and already in the chat. Hello, Vision Bricks and Galligade, brother from another brick. Hello, BFab. Of course, I didn't forget about you, BFab. I would never forget about you. And hello, Deppy Shep Bricks. Nice to see you here in the morning. So hello, everybody. Yeah, let me know. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm assuming you can. Okay, yeah, good. All right, Galligate says get well soon. So that means you can hear me. Awesome. And hello, Brickhead family. Nice to see you. So yeah, welcome in, everybody. Let me get this little screen out of the way here. We don't need that anymore. So welcome to a very special edition of the Doodle stream, which is a little bit different. And before I get into that, before I get into the fun here, let me take just a moment, as per usual, to say a very special thank you to those kind-hearted individuals who support me over on Patreon. And so, you know, I am a freelance artist. This is what I do. This is my main source of income for myself. Obviously, when I make enough, I also feed the kids and pay the bills. But thank you to these folks for supporting me over on Patreon. Their monthly pledges do mean the world to me. And they get access to exclusive content I do not post anywhere else. That's behind the scenes stuff, in-depth stuff. You know, as much kind of process notes as I can share and kind of a little bit of backstory on why I'm doing it and what I'm doing. And they also get real life gifts, real life things in the mail, folks, like real stuff. And so whether that's, you know, stickers or pieces of original artwork or prints, you know, there's a bunch of different tiers and a bunch of different perks for being a supporter on Patreon. So I want to thank them. And these are listed by alphabetical order. In case you were curious, not by importance to my heart. But thank you to Ben Rollman, to Blickeen, to Brian Saviano, Brian Schmidtke, Bubba Bricks, Chris Fabinsky, Dave Guan, Dave Pickett, Eclipse Graphics, InTalk, Justin J. Marler, Jinxie425, Maniac for Bricks, Paganimation, Scott's Toys, and the Brickhead family. So thank you guys very much for your kind support. And there's the link in case you want to check it out. It's patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. Let me get that out of the way. If you'd like to find me outside of this program, you can find me online. I got a website, kevinahinkle.com. You can see my portfolio, which is slightly out of date at this point, but it will get updated. And you can find me on social media at Mr. Kevin Hinkle, or if you like to follow just my artwork as a freelance artist, you can follow at MrHinkleDraws. So I do have two different accounts, depending on your preference. If you want to follow both, I certainly won't stop you. But you can find me there, and I do have an Etsy store. I need to make a new banner for the Etsy store, but I do have an Etsy store, which is also, surprise, surprise, MrHinkleDraws. So if you like to find stock that I sell, like stickers and prints, they'll be there. And I do have about I think 14 or 13 listings on there right now. So check it out if you like. I definitely appreciate it. So here we are. What's so special about today? What's special about this Doodle stream? You know, I've talked about wanting to do something a little bit different, and I decided, you know, with a little assistance, with a little nudge from a friend, to kick off something new called Doodle Stream Multiplayer. And what that means is I got somebody else with me. So we've got Ben Rollman here, boom, on the big screen, who's been hiding out, being patient, being quiet, plotting, whatever you want to say.
Morning, everybody.
But welcome to the stream, Ben.
Thanks for having me, Kevin. I appreciate you including me in this grand adventure and finally taking some advice and setting it up.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because I had thought about it before about having like other people with me. But it was you saying it and that like validity of another human being saying it. It's like, oh, done. Another human has also agreed that might be a good idea. I should do this.
People will watch.
Yeah, so it was like that was it. That was the key to success.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ben is here with me. We were kind of playing around with the layouts earlier, and I guess it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to flip stuff around for you guys, which is fine. I don't mind doing it, but some of the limitations of StreamYard, I have to remain this floating icon on your screen so you can hear me, even though I really just want you to see my screen. But it's all right. We'll be switching around because I want to make sure Ben has a nice view of what he's working on as well. But I don't think we're going to have a really solid split screen, which is what I was hoping for, but that's fine. But hey, whatever. Brickhead family in the chat says, good thing I didn't get that cold of yours, Kevin. Is that a sarcastic comment or did you actually get something as well? And Galagay says, yeah, Doodle off. So it's not a competition. That's something I want to be clear about. It's not intended to be a tournament of sorts. It is more, I find it fascinating as an artist when different people choose the same topic and draw it. I think it's fascinating because everyone comes at it from a very different perspective. And so it's just more of a, drawing with friends, but the plan is for us to draw, quote, the same thing, but it's not who's better.
We're also going to be using different mediums because I don't have a working tablet, and I'm going to have to color with markers and stuff like that. So
that's all right. Sometimes I don't have a working tablet either.
Got my Prismacolors ready to go.
But it is awesome. Yeah. And I was actually, to be honest, I was hoping that during this program, I didn't necessarily know if it would be the first person, but I was hoping that there would be a difference in medium as this goes on. So hope you guys like this. Hope you enjoy it. The plan is for the Doodle Stream multiplayer to be a monthly edition of the normal Doodle Stream. So the plan is the last Friday of every month will be the multiplayer. And so when we wrap up today, I will be locking in next month's guest. But we're not even done with today, so we need to focus on today. Brickhead family says in the chat, seriously, I dodged the bullet, and we got a Brick Vibe. And Brick Vibe, I need to point out, is rocking a brand new shiny logo, which I have not seen before. I mean, I haven't seen since I designed it, I should say. that is looking sharp there, Mr. Vibe. Nice to see that. Welcome to the party. And yeah, hello, everybody. So just in case anyone who's watching has not watched before, the Doodle Stream is when I draw the stuff you guys throw in the chat. I mean, that's really all there is to it. You guys throw sometimes some pretty interesting ideas, and I draw it, and it's not meant to be in-depth piece. We're not making any Picassos today, but it is kind of fun, and that's what it's all about. So let me get, I haven't even tested the tablet to see if it works today. I assume it does. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine down here. How are you?
Should I test my pen and paper too to see if they work?
What do you want to? No. That's awesome. And so, yeah, actually, you know what? I almost forgot. Ben, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and where people can find you and your work?
So my name is Ben Rollman, and you can find me on YouTube at Ben's Brick Designs. For those of you who don't already know, I'm on Instagram at a weird sounding name, Zadrian Kaleem, which is linked from the YouTube channel if you don't want to bother spelling it. And that's kind of the main ones. I'm also on Twitch and Mixer, Ben's Brick Designs as well. And that's where you can find me.
That definitely threw me off. The first time when you were on Twitch and you were, I think it was Twitch, right?
Yeah.
And you were chatting and I'm like, hey, hello, stranger that I don't know. Like, it's me.
Yeah, I had to go through, and because I set it up originally without, I mean, years when Twitch first came out, I set it up with the screen name that I've used for, 15 years, 20 years almost. And when I started doing a streaming YouTube channel, I was like, well, I should probably change all this.
You absolutely should. So we've got, I'm going to right up here, Ben Rollman. Exclamation point for you, sir. Ben's Brick Designs. And, oh, perfect. What do we have here? Brickhead Family says, I know Kevin hates sports ball, but it is Super Bowl week. Is it really Super Bowl weekend? And thinks he needs to draw something San Francisco 49ers. And Brick Vibe says, thank you for designing it for me. Hey, thanks for hiring me. I appreciate it. I was happy to finally see it out there in real life because, I get excited when the stuff that I work on for people sees the light of day. I definitely, as a rule, don't like to show stuff off before the client has shown it off. I'm like, I don't want to take the thunder away. And so I've been patiently waiting for some time to see the Brick 5 logo out in real life. Where did my screen go? There we go. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of that today, folks. We're going to be doing a lot of fun little screen adjustments, tricks, tweaks, whatever you want to call it, just because the limitation of the software. That's all it is. But yeah.
I also will say that we're both in our houses, and I have two dogs that are circling me like sharks. So if some point they need to go outside or start barking or a squeaky toy happens, I'll do my best to mute it, but I can't promise there will be no environmental interference.
Hey, that is life, and I love it.
Yeah.
What would be even better is if they started circling like sharks and then the Jaws theme started playing. That would be a classic. So yeah, cool. So thanks again for being here, Ben. I appreciate it.
This is going to be fun.
And Lego David says hello there. Hey there, Lego David. Just stopping by to say hello. And Deppy says, so Kevin, could you guys draw a derpy sheep with some boots and sunglasses on it? So I'm going to let Ben pick pluck the first.
Derpy sheep, something San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, those. I think that's all I see so far.
So it was recently Talk Like a Grizzled Prospector Day, and I think you already did that one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with a derpy sheep.
All right, derpy sheep for the win. All right, so we're going to draw a derpy sheep with sunglasses on it. What a wonderful suggestion. All right, let me put that comment. There it is on the bottom of the screen so you guys can see what we're working on. And yeah, feel free to remind me, folks, at any point to flip the screens around because I want to make sure that you guys can see what Ben's working on too. But when you're in the zone, you forget sometimes. So let me, I'm going to look up a picture of a sheep because I'm an idiot. I don't remember what a sheep looks like. There's a sheep. Looks exactly like I remembered. Actually, I kind of remember a sheep as like a big round fluff ball. Let's see here. So yeah, there's definitely some there's some junk going around, sickness junk going around for sure. And I've been rocking this for at least a week. I had this last Friday actually. If you guys recall, I ran out of steam at the end of the stream, and I was like, guys, I'm crashing. And I was feeling it. It was coming on, and I've kind of been rocking that for the last week. I'm come on, the dots aren't real, folks. Dots are never real. They're never real. See, sometimes I have a working tablet too. All right, let's get this sheep going on here. But yeah, I'm still sick, and it's lame. It's lame. I don't like being sick at all, especially just like cold junk. It's like the most annoying sickness. It's like, oh, you're just gonna be irritated. Nothing life-threatening, just irritating. I don't like this sheep. Let's see. Let me get back to StreamYard. Let's look at Ben's awesome sheep while I figure out how to draw a sheep. Brickhead Family says you were working up something at Bama. Oh yeah, my throat was upset. I thought maybe Brian got me sick. Galagade says I missed last week. My sister was here. Yeah, no problem. Galagade, you have earned the pass. You are world-class support, Galagade.
Gala even shows up on my streams. That's how powerful the fandom is.
I think Galagade doesn't sleep, actually.
That's true.
I think she is. Galagade, do you sleep? I don't think you sleep. Because it's like, I know that you're whatever it is, 6 hours difference or 8 hours difference in time. I think it's 6 in time. And you're like always in everybody's streams, regardless of what time it is over here. So I'm like, man, Galagade is definitely winning the streaming support for sure. 100%. Sheeps. Yeah, I don't know if this has sheep or not. Debbie Shep says, Ben, that looks dope, man. I love it.
Thank you.
Is it supposed to have boots on? Did I miss that part? Oh, it does have. Yeah, all right. I did miss that part.
I don't know what kind of boots. And actually, I'm going to change this up when we're going combat boots.
Because of course.
Because I miss my Doc Martens.
Because of course. Vision Brick says, Ben's sheep is looking good. Thank you, Ben. I mean, sorry. Thank you, Vision. Thank you, Ben. Kevin. Thank you, Ben, for complimenting yourself. You did a great job.
I'm such a rad artist.
Galagate says, Ben was drawing last night at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. your time, right? Yeah. It was, my sheep is almost like the target dog. It's kind of like, there's some target dogness rocking there a little bit. I'll try to fix it. So yes, as people have learned in my stream, the first couple doodles, not gonna lie, usually pretty rough. you gotta warm up, you know. I feel bad because every now and then, people will have certain requests and they won't be able to make it or for whatever reason, and I'll be like, I'll do that for you. Next time on stream, like I'll knock that out of the park for you, the first one, and that way you don't have to worry about it. And maybe they're not going to be there, and then it's like not that great, and I'm like, I feel kind of bad. Like I should not have promised you that because the first one is always rough, always rough.
Yeah, I haven't drawn in like 9 months, so I mean, this is going to be huge.
Let's see. Vision says Kevin is so sick that he's mixing up. Yeah, totally mixing up names. Yeah, and Galagade, is he munching on a carrot? Oh, is Ben's munching on a carrot?
It's his tongue. He's derpy.
He is indeed rocking the derpiness. Yeah, I don't know. My sheep's looking too cool. It's not derpy enough. I forgot that derpy was also a requirement of this. Dots are not real. So yeah, so for anybody that's curious, StreamYard, the limitation of this platform, which again, as I've mentioned before, I'm just trying to get my money's worth because I did pay for the year of service on it before I move fully into OBS, which is my plan. But yeah, it's a limitation of the software because for you guys to hear me, I need to have my floating icon over there on the left. Usually when I do the Doodle stream, I just do I do this action. Boop. I do that, and then you don't have to see me at all. But to have another human, look at this, Irma. That is definitely for the win right there. Brickhead Family, I just thought Derpy was a breed of sheep.
It's like Jersey. It's like a Jersey cow. A Derpy sheep.
It's just
those places in Ireland. I've been to Derpy, Ireland.
Mine is like maybe. Yeah, I guess the tongue helps, right? The tongue helps it seem a little more. And it's not. It's too. It looks like a dog. Not sheepish enough.
Give it some curly fluff. That'll sheep it up.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. It needs to be fluffier. Deppy Shep says, no, Kevin, it's looking pretty good. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Vision Bricks is laughing uncontrollably. Uncontrollable laughter is the best. Yeah, I think these shades are like in the cool position, and they need to. Yeah, I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to leave it.
I think you've got hipster sheep.
And that's not what I was going for, but it did seem to translate like that.
Chupacabra.
Little tail. There we go. It needs to be so fluffy that it will die. That I will die. Oh, yeah. So fluffy. So fluffy. So fluffy. Question mark, I guess. Is yours all set? That's it? That's the winner.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good stuff. That is definitely a derpy sheep, 100%. For 100%. Love it.
I had to go get my charger.
Oh, for your phone? Okay.
Yeah, I forgot that was going to be the lookup tool was my phone, and I'm at like 12% because I was stupid and didn't charge it last night.
Yeah, I've learned that over a couple of streams. I don't think everything needs to be charged. Okay, no problem. All right, I'm going to pick the next thing for us to draw. What do we got in here? I think there was one other one, wasn't there? Let's see.
I don't see another one. I think we're early.
Oh, it was the football thing. The foosball. Fine.
49er?
Fine.
I would have drawn another grizzled prospector, but whatever.
All right. So yeah, if you need to go run and grab your charge, that's fine. Go for it.
Oh, no, I got it. I'm good.
Oh, perfect. All right. So draw something San Francisco 49ers. That is the thing. Vision Bricks also says we need our Joey sighting. Yep. Joey, I don't think is usually up this early. And Vision says that shading is really cool. Ben adds detail. Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right. I don't even know what is the 49ers mascot? Is it literally floating numbers? It's just floating numbers, isn't it? Like, that's it. Jeez, Nick.
It's actually like a grizzled prospector.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Of course it is. 49ers, man. Yeah, look at that. All right.
That's Sourdough Sam.
Sourdough Sam.
I guess we could do that.
We're doing Sourdough Sam is what we're doing. Oh, there's like a Lego version. It's not Lego. It's that other brick. Brixels.
Brixels or Micro Brick or something. UT has one of those. Friend of mine or a coworker was like, do you want this? It took me like 2 days to put it together. I'm like, it took you 2 days to put that together?
Yeah, there's definitely a huge market for construction toys on like sports teams.
Yeah.
There's and spoken from someone who like has no interest in sports whatsoever. Like there's a huge market there. And yeah, Brickhead family in the chat, Sourdough Sam. There it is. He knew. All right, let me pull this reference photo out. That's another thing I usually forget to do. So that way I can still see the chat and see what you guys are saying and see the reference at the same time. All right, let's see. Sourdough Sam, you say. So that's this weekend, huh?
Yeah, I'd forgotten it too. I took it upon myself this year to not watch any football, kind of NFL protest thing.
Oh.
And so the last couple of years I haven't been paying attention to any football.
But you normally do? Like,
well, I mean, I grew up as a kid in Denver watching the Broncos.
Yeah. Yep.
And and my dad was he's from Wisconsin, so he was a huge Packers fan. So there was always football in the house. And so to not have like, oh, it's Sunday, I'm going to be watching some football was really kind of a weird thing to do. But then, this year I was just like, oh, no idea what's going on with the Super Bowl.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, so you can also, living in Austin now, you can also imagine me not having any interest in football and growing up in Austin.
Yeah.
It's like, it's either, you support the Longhorns or you don't live there. It's like, well, so, I mean, I had many a fake conversations in my life about, who do you think's going to win the game? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess
it's going to be our team. That's for sure.
That's like, it's going to be us. Right. And I have my van. So I have a van.
Down by the river.
Right. That's the one. My van has a one of the, silver Longhorn emblems on it.
Really? For no reason?
Just because it's like almost is more representative of Austin and Texas than the team itself. You know what I mean? Like it's people like understand that it's like, oh, Austin, Texas. It has nothing to do with sports or the team whatsoever. I was just like, I'm like, that represents my hometown. And there was some study that I saw somewhere. I don't remember when it was, but it's like the number 1 and number 2 most recognized like symbols in the world is like number 1 is Superman's like S symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And like number 2 was the Texas Longhorn symbol. It was like,
shut up. Really?
No, I'm not even joking. I was like, really?
Above like Pepsi or AT&T or Disney or anything like that?
Yeah, so that's that marketing money.
Man.
Brickhead Family says the Brickhead house is definitely a football family. I'm gonna switch over to Ben for a little bit so you guys can see what he's working on. Gallagate says, so you're not going to stream this weekend then, Nick? No. Oh yeah, he is. We'll actually be streaming tomorrow during a comic convention we're going to be at. There you go. There'll still be some streaming action for you.
I know that the person inside the suit is real, but my guy only has 3 fingers.
I think 1, 2. Oh, he has. Well, that's accurate to the glove.
Is it?
Yeah, the glove only has.
Oh, look at that. I was just looking. I must have been looking at a different picture.
Mascots. All about the mascots. That was good stuff last night on your stream. I actually forgot about that. I remember you working on that picture before.
Oh, thanks.
And I'd forgotten about it.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about it too.
Because do it whenever
I needed to get it done.
Do it whenever you need to. It's the worst. It's like it's the best, but it's the worst. It's like, oh, don't worry. Whenever you have free time. It's
yeah.
Like, never
ever tell an artist whenever you have time. They will sit on it forever.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. All of it. It's all true.
It's all true. The Jedi.
All of it.
All of it. The procrastination.
That is definitely like a new thing, a new meme, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Is that line.
This folded up brim on my guy's hat looks like he's wearing a mushroom.
He's from the Mushroom Kingdom.
Well, and here's that thing again I was talking about last night. See how it drifts up this direction?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Like this whole area is like leaning that way. Everything kind of points. And it's, if you look at it, I don't know if you can see it upside down, but it doesn't look like that. You can. Okay. I can. Oh, you guys can see the things I see.
We got a Hope Castle sighting in the chat. Hello, Reed. Reed says hello from Wisconsin.
Hey, we're just talking about Wisconsin.
Indeed.
The Packers.
Indeed. Is that who it is? Is it like Packers versus the?
No, it's Kansas City and San Francisco.
Okay.
2 teams I could give 2 craps about.
Boom, there it is, folks. Woo! Hot takes.
Yeah. Well, even if I was paying attention to it, it's like, well, it's not Dallas because, you know, if I'm going to root for a team, it's going to be the one that where I'm living at least.
Right. That makes sense.
Or the Broncos.
So he is holding a pickaxe, isn't he? Yeah. Brick Vibe says Wisconsin sucks.
Wisconsin sucks. He's got a 49 under his jersey, but I think I didn't plan this well.
So Brick Vibe, did you get what's the verdict on your poll when you were asking if you should bring back your Building Live with Brick Vibe weekly show? What was the verdict?
The verdict better have been do it, because that's a great thing to do live.
I don't know if you ever caught any. I mean, he did it for quite a while, actually.
I don't think so. I think I subscribed, but then nothing was really happening on it. So
you might have caught right at the moment when he stopped.
Yeah, the last video ever. I'm like, oh no!
And welcome to there was actually a Twitch streamer that I found. I don't know how I stumbled across him, but he was a violinist and really, really good. And, you know, mostly like video game stuff. And I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all great. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I found him. And literally the next week, his stream was like called Retirement Stream.
Oh, no.
And he's like, I'm leaving Twitch. I was like, oh, I'm glad I found you. And that was it. That was his last. But I mean, he had like years worth of like, you know, content.
Right.
And I was like, I guess I really know how to pick them. All right. We got a 4. All right. Let me, I'll switch back so that people can see what's going on over here. Vision Brick says, that's how I first discovered Vibe. And Hope Castle says, be back in a bit. Are you working, Reed? And Galligate says, when will your next stream be, Brick Vibe? Have you tidied up your office now? Yeah, for sure. Gotta tidy it up, man. Oh, these dots, man. Every now and then my tablet has this weird kind of like, it just like glitches out.
Yeah, I spent a good couple minutes trying to research what that was just to kill time at work because I didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I could not figure out what it was.
It's weird because it takes that first touch, like when I put the pin down, which is why it makes the dot.
Yeah.
And then it just stops. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. And it doesn't turn off. It just does the dot. And usually it does it 3 or 4 times and then it wakes up. It's like, well, that's annoying. I don't know. And this is literally the only time I use this tablet is when I do this.
And it knows why. What have we learned?
Oh, what did we learn? I already forgot.
Contrary to what some people say, a lot of people want to see it, according to the poll.
Uh-oh. What does that mean, Vibe? Is that some drama? Contrary to what some people say?
Yeah, contrary to what some people say, a lot of people want to see it. I'm guessing somebody has mentioned not wanting to see it?
Probably.
Probably somebody intimately close to Brick Vibe who's like, no, don't spend your time doing that.
Wait, are we talking about Lego fans? Are we talking about drama and Lego fans?
Shut up. No such thing.
It's like, get out of town, man. I've never heard of such a thing.
Oh, and I also need to apologize for the throwing you under the bus with the Brick Fiesta drama last night.
Yeah, that was fine.
I didn't realize like 2 of the chairs were going to be on. I was like, hi, Will and Claire.
That was great. That's why I said, oh boy.
Yeah. Like, well, this is going to go down well.
No, it's
I'm
like,
get an email that says, you just volunteered to be chair for 2022.
Does this guy have boots on? What is his shoes like?
He's got like those high, it looks like he's got high boots, those like riding boots or something.
Gotcha. Let's see. Brickfy says, go read the comment on the poll. Okay, I'll have to take a look. Galligate, who cares what they said? Your fans want to see it, Vibe. And Vision Brick says, the last thing I saw announced before I started my 30-day social media break was Lego Dots. I hope to see some interesting stuff when I get back. Oh, yeah, Vision's doing this like 30-day social media detox.
Oh, really?
I think. So
good luck with that, man.
Thank you
I
for being
appreciate
here. Wouldn't this be considered social media? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you to go away. Go away, Vision. No, you stay here.
You stay right there.
Stay right where you are. I hope you're proud of yourself, Nick, making me draw sports-related things.
Well, I don't know if a mascot counts as sports-related, even though it's sports-related.
Yeah, I guess that's like a.
I mean, that's like drawing Pikachu or something.
And I'm all about it.
Yep.
Let's see. Where's his? Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Vision says this does not count. It's just a video stream. Got it. All right. Got it. Gallicate says, is this based on BFAB's chin? All right. Let me switch over. Let's see. You guys can see.
Oh, I'm done. I'm just throwing stuff on here now.
Perfect.
To kill
That's
time.
perfect then. Dots. Stop with the dots. Wake up.
I also realized that you've got infinitely more space than I do.
Yeah, that's kind of a yeah.
I mean, I got a whole pad to work with, so.
When I first started, I hate that pickaxe. That's awful. When I first started, like if you go back and watch episode 1 and 2, which was almost exactly a year ago, it is so fascinating seeing how much it's changed since then.
Yeah.
But that first one, like I refused to erase anything, like just out of, I don't know, principle.
Yeah.
I was like, I was using a digital medium. I was using a tablet, which I literally had never used. That was my first time to turn it on. And so the drawings were awful. But I was like, I want to kind of replicate, sitting there with a pen and paper. So I don't want to be able to erase anything. So I wouldn't. So I didn't erase anything. And that's very
artist of you.
That was me fighting the system. And I also, wouldn't resize anything. So if like I drew too big, and I ran out of space. And I have since then adjusted where if I need to cheat and readjust things, I do it all the time. All right, I think I'm going to call it with mine as well. Let me switch over to this guy so you guys can see what I got for this thing. What is it? Sourdough? Sourdough Sam?
Sourdough Sam.
Yeah, where is it? Yeah, there it is.
Go sports.
Go sports teams, indeed.
I joke like I hate sports. I love watching any kind of sport. I'm just not a big old sport head.
Nick says you're a good man, Kevin. I am all about if it brings you joy, Nick, that's all that matters to me. If it brings you joy. All right, cool. So what else we got? Galligate says, and I think that's the only other suggestion. So by default, Galligate says, could you please have Captain Underpants? That's my son's favorite comic.
Oh, I love Captain Underpants.
We can absolutely make Captain Underpants.
My kid loved that too when he was a wee little person.
There was a 3D movie recently, wasn't there?
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
Didn't see it, but
I like the style. It looked cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Brickhead Valley says the puff will be pleased as well. Yes. What happened?
My makeshift webcam frame fell over.
That was actually kind of amazing for a second. Brick
I'm
Five,
going to.
are you gonna repair?
Yeah, I just have to. I'm gonna go get a couple really long 1x1 Technic bricks.
Got it.
Can make some feet on this thing. So I'll be right back.
No problem. I'm gonna switch it over to just me for a little bit until he gets his stand fixed up. I'm gonna move Sourdough Sam out of the way up here. Get him up there. And we're gonna come down here to that space. Galligate says, oh no, Brick Vibe, then it wouldn't be building live without you, right? Vision says, Kevin Sourdough remind me of one of those newspaper comics. Yep. And we got Eli in the chat. Hello, Eli. Eli says, hi, Kevin. Sorry, can't stay long. No problem, Eli. Don't worry about it. Thanks for stopping by. You can stay as long as you can or as short as you can. It's all good. This is like a jelly bean. And you guys feel free as we're doodling and chatting. I mean, feel free to throw questions in the chat. Kevin, are you sick? Yes. Yes, Eli, I am. I got like a cold. I've got some cold junk. I did take some Dayquil, and yeah, that's it. Dayquil. That is all.
Feet.
There it is. Getting an up close and personal look at Ben's ingenious little stand here.
Well, the problem was I had this cable like just hanging down, and every time I would move it, it would pull on the frame.
Oh, yep. I got you.
So,
got it all fixed up?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me add you back on there so that there we go. People can see your stuff again. Galligate says, Kevin, have you sold out all of your stickers? Galligate, I wish. I wish I sold out all of my stickers. I only sold out of the Benny stickers. I've got plenty left of all the other ones. They are all on Etsy still. If you'd like to check it out. But yeah, no, not so much with all of them. But the Benny ones, I mean, the reason I made that post is because I was getting dangerously low. I had like, how many did I have? I think I had 7. And I was like, okay, I should probably let people know because a bunch of people like this one and said, I want that Benny sticker. And 7 is not a lot. And so when I posted that, they were sold out within like an hour or two, which is cool. That was my first official product that I've ever created that sold out. So that was fun.
Oh, speaking of, I got an email this morning that I didn't recognize. It was from PayPal saying you got $5 or $4 and whatever cents from this site. And I'm like, what? And it turns out I had sold some instructions for a mock that I'd put up on Rebrickable.
Oh, nice.
It was the first model, first mock sold on Rebrickable for me.
The first one?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was it of? Like, what was it of?
It was so last year I did a friend contacted me and said that she wanted to have something done for her wife who's in the Air Force.
Okay.
And her wife is a pilot for a drone fighter. And she's like, what I want for Christmas is to be able to like get her like a set built with the plane that she flies with instructions and how to build it and all the pieces. And I'm like, I can do that. And I've never done that before, obviously.
Yeah, that's what you say, though. That's what you say.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I can totally do that. So I spent the next like month designing it and getting the instructions for it and everything. And so I really liked it. So I built it. And I don't think they've even built it yet. But then I put the instructions on Rebrickable and I'm like, you know what? This is more than a couple hundred pieces. I'm going to go ahead and charge for it.
Nice.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Congratulations on that. That's sweet.
Thanks. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, who the hell's sending me money for no reason?
I mean, I can also understand that. I mean, I'm not going to say no, but
right.
It's like, where did this come from? What is the source of this income you send? Explain yourself. Let's see. Eli says, Kevin, are you going to PAX? So yeah, my agreement with Brian was that he came to Philly Brickfest 2019, and I agreed to go to PAX East this year. I intend to. I have not bought any tickets or done any type of logistical anything yet, but my intentions are to go. Let's see. Galligate says, my challenge this year, not to buy any new Lego until the backlog is defeated, and it's not going well. That's about how that goes. Brick Vibe asks, how big is your backlog, Galligate? And we've got Appel Catrox over on Twitch. Hello, Appel. Appel says, Appel. Lazily rolls out of bed and into stream. Hi, Kevin, and hi, Ben.
Hello, everybody.
Here, let's take a look at Ben's stuff. How are you today, Appel? How's things going? Thanks for keeping us locked over in the Twitchverse. I appreciate that. No dots. Stop with the dots. There it goes. Woke up. It might be something. Thinking maybe it's a thing with the Bluetooth with it.
Could be.
Because I always use it wireless, but I'm wondering if I give it a shot, like hard cabled in, if it'll.
When you see a little dot, if you have like some sort of thing like that, it's always like a DOS prompt where it's like it's running some sort of script.
Oh, I got it.
It may not even be the tablet. It may be something else. Maybe the program that runs with the tablet or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Appel says, I am tired, but overall good. Been working on my Lamborghini. Oh, very nice. Are you building that thing that the car that I drew for you last week? You might have mentioned that. I'm sorry if I forgot. I'm sick, Appel. Let's see. Eli says, there are Thursday tickets left. Are you saying they're sold out? There's no more tickets to PAX East? Is that what you're telling me? I didn't think that was going to be a thing. I was like, oh, I'll get tickets when I get tickets. Are you telling me it actually can sell out? Because that's kind of unfortunate if that's a thing. Let's see. Appel says, yes, I am. And oh, no, feel better. Thank you, Appel. Appreciate it. I got some Dayquil going on right now. It's just like cold junk. That's it. It's more irritating than anything else. And Galligate says that she believes her backlog is about 150 Lego sets.
Jeez.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. The backlog can grow. That's what it does. Just gets out of hand. All right. I'm happy with mine. Let me show you guys Captain Underpants in all his glory here. His body's like a jelly bean. Or like a jelly bean or like an eggplant. But there's mine. And then we go with Ben's. We both did the same pose too, which is great.
Oh, that's funny. I haven't even looked up.
It's like perfect. And we've got Glenn Copeland over there in YouTube.
Hey, what's up, Glenn?
Glenn says, the mighty Q. Eli says, Friday and Saturday are sold out. Thursday and Sunday are left. Well, that kind of, I love it. That's the kind of action right there. That's what people subscribe for. Man, I'm kind of like, because if I was going to go to, I was planning to go to PAX East, but I was kind of planning like Friday, Saturday. That's kind of what I was planning. So that really kind of adjusts my plans. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Eli. Let's see. Brick5 says, where does your backlog stand at, Kevin? I think it's like at 30 now, like 30 sets. Originally at like 300 when I started. Galligate says, tra-la-la, that's great. And Eli says, I'm going Thursday. And we got Bricksomniac in the YouTube chat. Hello, Bricksomniac. It says, jelly beans. Oh, yeah, avocado. Galligate, it looks like an avocado shape. You got it.
Yeah, that's a good call on the avocado. I was like, it's not quite jelly bean. Like a pinto bean or something.
Yeah, there it is. And let's see. Brick5 says, have you found that green Lego piece on you? Vibe, I've done I think I've virtually done 0 Lego sorting at all in the last 8 months.
I've got to start back up on mine.
in any way, shape, or form. All right, so what do we got, folks? We have any other suggestions in there? I'll let Ben pick the next one. I don't know if
Hair is a shape. Let's see.
I'm looking through. I don't know if I saw any. Vision said Gizmo from Gremlins.
Okay.
Or Judd Nelson's John Bender from The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay, the Breakfast Club character.
Yeah, because I think you've done a Gizmo before.
I've done a Gremlin. I don't know if I done Gizmo, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And Glenn says pear is a shape. Yeah, I thought that was a funny thing too. Like,
I'm totally in shape right now.
pear is a shape. And Glenn is sorting as we speak. And Hope Castle says, "Ooh, I can listen Bluetooth in the truck using that." Oh, very nice. And Reed's got a suggestion in there too. So when we're looking for another one, we can hop on that one. All right. So Judd Nelson's John Bender from The Breakfast Club. All right. Let's see what I can find on the old Google.
Ye old Googles.
John.
Oh, and I need to stop saying Google so much because every time I do, my phone says, "How can I help you?" And it takes away from the focus on the image that I'm looking. I'm like, no, you can stop doing that. That's how you can help me.
That's interesting. Oh, there's a pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go with that. I've actually never seen that movie, so
Shut up.
Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Over in the YouTube chat, we have Tito Santana. Hello there. Says, "Hi, Kevin. Hello. Welcome to the stream." And Vision says, "I appreciate the immediate excitement in Ben's voice." Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna let Ben take the center stage for a little bit.
John Bender is my spirit animal.
Oh, my spirit animal is Sam the Eagle from the Muppets.
You were all weirdos. Mm.
There's this like really, really, really funny, like just little, social media sound bite or whatever that they made years ago for 4th of July. And it was Sam the Eagle trying to like say some really nice speech, and everybody kept messing him up. And they felt bad, so they started singing the national anthem, and he starts crying, and it's just so good. I was like, Sam the Eagle, you're the best. America. Glenn says, "It serves you right for enabling that Google voice assistant."
I don't think I specifically enabled it.
He's calling you out.
I think it sort of comes bloatware enabled. Oh, goodness. That was a puppy.
I was like, that's a dog noise.
Yeah.
That is what we call a dog sound. This is great. We're doing the same pose again. I love it.
Oh, are we?
That's fine. I just look at whatever Google shows me. Like, and done.
I had to go down very far to find this post because I knew it was in there.
That's the best.
Stupid Googles.
This is what this is all about. I love it.
Yeah, I dressed like Bender in high school. I acted like the Ali Sheedy character. But I'm pretty sure everybody saw me as the Anthony Michael Hall character, so
these are references that are lost on me.
Yep, you should see the movie.
I should. I mean, there's a lot of movies. Let's see. What do we got here? Brick5 says, "I want to be able to name my voice assistants. Why can't you?" I don't know. You want to name it Jarvis?
1 second.
Eli says, "Is Joey going to PAX?" Joey was planning to go too, but I don't think he's bought tickets either. Vision says, "Don't feel bad, Kevin. I didn't watch it until 2 days ago, and I absolutely loved it." Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put that on my list. It's been on my list, actually. But
I will say it doesn't hold up really great, and there's a lot of sort of, I won't say misogyny, but there's a lot of kind of sexism stuff that happens in it. But it's at the same time, it's like, well, it also happened 30 years ago. So
yeah, it's one of those, right? It's like it's a time piece. It's a piece of its own time.
And I know that even like with Ferris Bueller, I was just like, man, this does not. I'm siding with the parents on a lot of this stuff.
So I've always been a huge Star Trek fan, And my first introduction to Star Trek was The Next Generation.
Right.
Like, that was like the first show I watched that was on air, and I was watching it. I loved it. I remember staying up late, and my parents were mad at me because it would come on at 9, and I think my bedtime was 9. So I like would stay up and sneak and watch it. But I really, really liked it. And then I watched Voyager. I didn't like Deep Space Nine. I liked it now in adulthood. I did not like it back then. But I never watched the original series up until last year.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I need to actually watch all of the Star Treks, all of them. And I noticed they were on Netflix. So I went through every single one. But I had to start with Next Generation because I'm like, that's the one. I got to start with it.
Yeah.
So I went through the entire thing, beginning to end. And then I did Deep Space Nine, which is why I was like, holy moly, how did I not like this before? And then I did Voyager, and then I did Enterprise, which I had not had any interest in watching that when it came out, but I was also like, this is not that bad.
No, I actually like Enterprise a lot.
Yeah, there's some really fun little like clever, oh, that's why, moments like that.
Yeah.
And then after I was done with all the others, I'm like, I should probably watch the original series now. And it definitely got a lot better in like the last season. But I just kept thinking like, wow, is Captain Kirk going to seduce another female alien? Like, it was just like every episode was like the same problem and the same solution. It was like, how does Captain Kirk sleep with some female alien?
Right.
And how do we get out of it? And like, there was a lot of like what you're saying, like these odd kind of sexist moments. And I'm like, this is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I also get that it's a period piece.
Right.
But I'm just like, wow, this is so weird after watching the other ones. I'm just like, this is so odd.
This is so not woke.
Exactly. It's not woke, man. Let's see. But I did watch it all the way through, and it did get a lot better. And the movies, I hadn't watched the films either. Except for like the J.J. Abrams movies. Okay. And so I finally went back and I've watched 4 of them now.
Which ones?
So like the Emotion Picture, which I did not like. I was like,
no, it's a bit long and boring.
It's very boring. I was like, what is this? What is this nonsense I'm watching?
Yeah.
So I watched that one, and I really I feel like the whole movie was gray. Like the uniforms were like beige. Everything was just gray and beige, everything. Let's see. What do we got here? Gallagher says, mine would be called Computer. Oh yeah, that's a good assistant. Vision Brick says, I haven't Vibe, but I want to sit down and watch them all one day. Gallagher says, did you watch the new Lost in Space, Brick Vibe? Brick Vibe says, I couldn't get into it. Vision.
I like the Lost in Space. I didn't.
The new one?
Yeah. So the problem that I had with the new Lost in Space, it was fun. It was a romp. I get what they were doing with it. It was supposed to be sort of a family-oriented action adventure, not really, too dire, too gritty, too dark. But at the same time, I'm like, they are constantly getting into trouble, and somebody needs to take the Robinsons aside and say, look, you guys are the reason for all the problems we're having. We're just going to push you out an airlock because you're messing everybody's worlds up.
That actually sounds hilarious. You guys are the problems. You need to stop.
It's just like wherever they go, there's a problem, Must be the Robinsons again.
Dang you, Robinsons. I've never seen that show, so that sounds funny.
It's fun. The robot design's really good, and the music's really good, and the set pieces are very good. It's just if you binge it, especially, it's kind of like watching Walking Dead, where you're like, oh, another problem they got to get out of.
Yeah, exactly right. That's a good analogy, probably. Excuse me. So yeah, the first I wasn't a fan of the first Star Trek motion picture, and then I saw the second one. I'm like, oh, this is the real one. I was like, here we go. Like that one I really enjoyed, and I thought it was fascinating, and I loved the uniforms, and I loved the story, and I thought it was just really good. And then of course the third one was almost an immediate sequel. I mean, I think it really was like an immediate sequel. Like it started like the second the last one ended.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. All right, let's keep the ride going. And then I actually really enjoyed the third one, The Undiscovered Country. Again, because of all the tie-ins. I'm like, oh, they're meeting at Kittimer. That's where the Kittimer Accords happen.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is kind of cool, and I like that. And so, unfortunately for me, is there are no further Star Trek movies for free on the services I'm currently using.
Aha.
So now I got to pay to keep watching them.
You got to go to the CBS All Access and get them all.
Yeah. Sigh. Let's see here. Gallagate says, if you watch James Bond, Sean Connery era is so sexist. Yeah, totally. Eli says, Kevin, can you draw James Bond versus John Wick? That sounds cool. And Appel on Twitch says, I'm still much more of a Stargate fan over Star Trek.
Stargate was great. I loved the movie, and I loved the first couple seasons of the series. I could not get into Atlantis, and I couldn't get into the universe stuff after that, Stargate Universe or whatever. I wanted to, but I feel like it's one of those where if you miss too much of it, you're going to have no idea what's going on. Like, you really do need the backstory for it.
Interesting. Was that one of those? I feel like that's one of those shows that went on forever and ever and ever, isn't it?
Not really. It went on for, I think, a few years at a time. The original, I think, was 7 years something, but then each additional one was only a few years.
Okay.
But it was one of those UPN shows at first where it kind of got, it snuck by everybody. It was like, oh, that show was on. That's right. I forgot about that show.
It's the one show that I would like to watch, but I feel very intimidated to get into because I've never seen it, is Doctor Who.
Oh.
Because I hear nothing but good things about it, and I've never watched it. And people are like, oh, that show's been going on for 40 years. And oh, that sounds like I'm I guess that's not going to happen. It's well, dang. But
so I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, and I started watching it when I was, like most Who fans, they started watching it in probably the late 70s, early 80s, because it was on PBS. They were able to rerun the BBC versions on PBS. And so that was started with Tom Baker. And so if you were a fan of it, you got hooked then. And then they rebooted it again in 2005. And I was like, you know what? While they're rebooting it, I want to go back and watch all the original from 1963 and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a slog. I mean, I got all the way through it, but there are times when I was like, why am I doing this to myself? This is not, it's not great. It doesn't hold up even for the time period. It's kind of like, why are you guys even trying to do the effects and the costuming that you are? Because that's what they were doing. They were pushing it as best as they could.
Right.
There was times when I was watching, they had lost a lot of the videotapes for the first and into second series.
Yeah.
So, but they had the audio for it and they had still photos for it. So you could watch it as what was called a teleplay. So you're listening to an audio version and watching pictures on your screen every once in a while. It was like watching a PowerPoint presentation of Doctor Who. And it's black and white. And it's at that point, I'm like, I have got to stop this. I'm just killing myself doing this.
Was it was it worth it?
I got all the way through it. So
was it?
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff where in the newer series now, when she encounters somebody, they're like, oh, it's that person. You're like, oh yeah, that ties back to this group or that person or this storyline. So you don't have to, though. I mean, it's not like it's going to make a huge difference to your viewing.
Yeah.
Overall.
Let's see here in the chat. We've got Vision Brick says, I've actually taken the time to watch all the classic Planet of the Apes films. Very nice. I have seen all the original Planet of the Apes films. I've seen none of the newer ones except for the very first reboot one.
Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on my list too. I really liked the first one. I don't like James Franco, but I did like the first movie. The story was great. And I've always wanted to get the second two. It was just one of those where it was in the theater and nobody would go with me, and I didn't want to go myself. And then I couldn't find it on rental, and now I couldn't find it on streaming. And it's kind of forgot about it.
No man forget you. Is that a quote? I'm assuming.
Well, because so there's a joke in the movie. He says, "No man, F you."
Oh, I got you.
And to the principal, but every time they would replay it on Fox or something, and they would, "No man, forget you," and it was the worst dub.
That's the CeeLo Green version.
Exactly.
Got it. Cool. All right, I'm gonna call it with mine. I don't know if I'm gonna go full character on that one, but there he is. And yeah, funny that we got the same post. Let's see. Appel says 10 seasons of SGU is that Stargate something Ultimate?
Target Universe.
Universe. 5 seasons of Atlantis, one season of Universe, and 3 movies, I think, and that Stargate Origins thing. Galagate says just watch Doctor Who from the reboot. Glenn says Firefly is much less intimidating than Doctor Who. Rip. Yeah. Also Babylon 5.
Oh my God, Babylon 5. Babylon 5 is not less intimidating. Come on, that's hard to get through too. It is not as many seasons, but there's quite a bit to Babylon 5.
Nice. All right, so let's see. What's the next one we should do? So, all right, so you pick this guy. So I'm gonna pick the next one, and I think there was a couple. There was Reed said something. I remember Reed saying something. Oh, Brick Vibe. I missed this. He said, "Holy crap! Who has watched Star Trek Picard?" I watched the free episode last night because they were like, "Hey, we put this on YouTube." I'm like, "Thank you." I was like, so it was decent. Like I didn't think it was amazing, but I was like, "This is pretty good."
Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I've seen both episodes now, and it's okay.
Yeah.
There's parts of it where I'm like, oh, technobabble, wavy, handy magic science.
Right. It's all about the Iron Man, like, it's the Iron Man technology where everything is in the air. Mm-hmm. We got Fuzzy Pickles over in the Twitch chat. Hello, Canadian Papa Bear, my buddy Papa B, over there with a Pell in the Twitch chat. Good to see you, sir. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's see. I'm going to pick where was whatever Reed said. Where did it go?
There was something about John Wick and James Bond. And
there was that too.
While you're looking, I'm going to say Babylon 5 does rock Hope Castle. It has, if not one of the most accurate portrayals of starfighter physics in any science fiction show ever. The Star Fury little single person fighter craft is so well designed. It's just amazing. Like, I don't think anybody in real life could design something that accurate. It works perfectly.
All right, so we're gonna do, mostly because I want to see you draw this, Ben. Okay. We're gonna do Chester from Friday Night Bricks. So Friday Night Bricks is Reed's stream. He does every Friday night. And the official name is Friday Night Bricks. Chester is the name of his squirrel. So you get to draw.
Oh, I'm going to have to do some searching on this.
We got Bricks on the Dollar over in the YouTube chat saying "Go Birds." Yeah, we did a sports thing. Clutch. Look, 49 there. Sports. We did a sports thing. That's not the team you said, but that's a sports thing. Eli says, Kevin and Ben, after you draw that, can you draw James Bond versus John Wick? That sounds cool. Yeah, we can do that next.
So what's the name of the channel? Is Friday Night Bricks?
So the name of the channel is Hope Castle.
Oh, okay.
And then the show is Friday Night Bricks every Friday. It's live streaming, Lego fans.
Okay.
And then Chester is the name of this. It's just a squirrel. So you just have to research squirrel. But it's so good. It's all about those squirrels.
So there's nothing like special about it having a squirrel
really.
Or...
Nah. Not really.
Okay.
I
drew a squirrel recently on my stupid whiteboard art thing at work. Can't remember what it was for. National Nut Day, I think, which was kind of it was Squirrel Day.
Squirrel Day.
I'm serious.
I know you are. I am well aware. And welcome, everybody. I see that our view count has jumped up a little bit. Welcome to the stream. Today's Doodle stream is a little special. It is the first multiplayer version of Doodle stream. So I've got Ben with me. Ben is right here. I can't do like a perfect split screen, so I have to keep switching around. But these are Ben's doodles that you're looking at. And so he is a friend and fellow artist from Texas. So we are across 2 different time zones right now.
Yeah, thanks for the 9 a.m. wake-up call, by the way.
You got it. Absolutely.
I don't know how I'm supposed to position my paper for this one.
And you know what's funny? Because when I started this up, people were asking me.
New piece of paper.
Why I chose the time that I chose. Because this is kind of like, hey, right, first thing in the morning, like people are getting to work, people are going to school. And I was like, yeah, that's why I chose it. because it's Friday and my kids are in school, and this is like literally like I just dropped them off at the bus and now I have nothing to do. So it's like, this is exactly why I chose this time.
Yeah. Plus, like you were saying, it's a good way to kind of warm up if you got a project you're working on.
Yeah, for sure. It is a nice like morning warm up. I enjoy it. I like this time. And I know this works perfectly for Nick, the Brickhead family, because he's at work. We got Howie stuff over in the chat on YouTube. Howie says Texas. Yep. Ben is in Texas as well, Howie, and Howie's in Texas. You guys are both in Texas.
What's up, Howie?
I don't know if you have spoken to Howie before, Ben.
I don't know. What part of Texas are you in, Howie? Are you in one of the lugs?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if Howie's in the lug or not. You may answer as you wish, Howie. Let's see. Brick 5 says Babylon 5 is so accurate because they consulted NASA when they did it.
Yeah, they absolutely did. There's that show was so great in terms of like its realism and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that one. I've never seen it, but I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about it. Not that reviews really mean anything. I don't care. I'm going to watch it if I want to watch it or not. So we're drawing
I want to do that.
We're drawing squirrels. Brickhead family says, quote, work. Got to earn that money. Got to earn that money, Nick.
Make that money. So
what are you thinking for Nick for Brick Fair, Virginia? You got any final thoughts yet? Keith actually confirmed with me. Well, I mean, we're really not trying to confirm the move crew this early, but he already confirmed with me. He's like, I'm in. I'm like, all right. Okay. And yeah, you were saying, Ben, on your stream last night about getting a shot to, or getting the opportunity to check out some other shows, which I definitely recommend. It kind of changes your whole perspective when you've gone to other Lego shows to see how they do stuff. Appel is leaving. See you later, Appel. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Appel.
Let's see how this squirrel's looking. Look at that squirrel. He is mad. I love it. He's mad. This is it right here, Reed. This is the one. That's perfect. Brickhead family definitely down. All right, cool. Sweet. It's really nice when we get repeat helpers. So, Ben, I've been fortunate enough, or maybe unfortunate enough. I don't know what's the right way to say this. But I'm on the Brick Fair staff, I guess you should say.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of responsible for the setup. We call it the move crew. So the people that actually set up and tear down the show.
Right.
And it's kind of cool because obviously we get paid. We get paid money. It's not like we're volunteers. There is money to be made, and it's decent money as well. It's not like not getting undercut by any means. But also, as part of the staff, we get our travel and our lodging covered to go to a Lego show.
Oh, that's so great.
And I'm like, this is like, I think it's like a perfect scenario. I mean, I honestly do. And so each show usually has like the desired crew size is like somewhere between 8 and 10 people. That's kind of how we like to have it because it's a healthy show size. And so, but the problem, here's the problem. Dang it, these dots. The problem is, for some weird reason, I really don't think it's hard work. I really don't. It's kind of like, yeah, it sucks a little bit, but whatever. You get to go to a Lego show for free.
Yeah.
You make money going to a Lego show. A lot of people like in the past have come and helped out and done it, and then they don't come back. It's like, and I'm done. And some of them have, good reasons. They're like, school or work or whatever. But that has been the biggest issue over the last 2 years is having repeat move crew, because basically you have to retrain everybody every single time.
Yeah.
And that just kind of slows stuff down. And we've been really lucky because we've had 2 or 3 people now that have come multiple times to the shows, and that's really helpful. And so last time we could totally feel the difference of having a crew that has done it 2 or 3 times now, because not every question is being asked. It's like, oh yeah. And so we just did Alabama a couple weeks ago. So now we're kind of, I mean, it's not close by any means because the next show is August, but trying to get some people locked in that I know are really helpful and good at setting up the show. Let's see. Brick 5 says, then they weren't canceled, so year 5 is light on stuff. Oh, talking about Babylon 5. Glenn says exactly Brick 5. Then season 5 is, well, weird. Let's see. Eli says, so when do I get to join the move crew? Eli, are you 18 yet? I can't remember if you're 18 yet or not. That is definitely a factor. Vision says, I say it's a win-win. Yeah, totally. And Hope says, Kevin, are you going to draw Chester's girlfriend? Chester has a girlfriend, Reed? I don't know what to say. And Nick's being salty in the chat saying those people probably worked the Derby and then never came back. It's like, okay, Nick, wasn't that? I mean, I don't know. I never worked it the whole show. It does look a little gruesome.
We used to do that with concerts we'd go see. Like there was a concert in Louisiana we'd go to. Well, it was a concert like South by Southwest is a concert. It was a series of concerts, but it was all Francophile Canadian, French Canadian bands. It's Louisiana, so a lot of French stuff. And we would volunteer, and the volunteer stuff was like, hey, put up some signs and make sure there's no trash in this area. And the work was really easy. And then you get to see all the shows. It's like, why would somebody not do this?
Reed says he thinks my squirrel looks feminine. I don't know what that means, Reed. Are you an expert? Are you like a professional squirrel farmer? You can just tell. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be Chester. I don't know. How can you tell it's Chester or not? It's just a squirrel.
You got to put a tattoo on it.
Is that what it is?
Little.
Oh wait, hold on. There we go. What does the tattoo say?
It's just an anchor, but it's so
perfect.
small.
Perfect. Oh, and I think Howie responded. I missed his comment. What did he say? Howie said, northeast of Dallas, not in a lug yet.
Oh, okay. Northeast, like Grapevine, or like way northeast. Oh no, northeast would be Grapevine. Northeast would be like Sulphur Springs or something.
And Howie agrees as well with my feminine squirrel. He says it's the eyes. Should I change the eyes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
That's the squirrel.
Greenville.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Let me switch it back. Nice squirrel. I like the quote. It says, I'm not nuts. I have your nuts. And the funny thing is that the whole Friday Night Bricks, of course, play on Friday Night Fights and all that kind of stuff. It's funny that your squirrel's angry. It's funny stuff. All right, cool. And let's see. Brickhead Family wasn't that bad, just giving a hard. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. And Brick 5 says, read the comment before the one you read about Babylon 5. All right, what did you have? Something else earlier there? Did you say something before that, Brick 5, that I missed?
I got a Vision Brick subscriber. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for subscribing to Ben, Vision. Appreciate that. All right. So the next one was, I think, from Eli, and he had said the James Bond versus John Wick, I think.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Where did that go? Where was that?
That's going to be in depth.
Oh, actually, there's another. So Eli has another one here. Can you guys draw Elon Sabagno? I don't know who that character is. I'm assuming it's from something. Eli, do you have a preference on which one of those you would like us to do? And anybody else who's watching the chat who has not made a suggestion or a comment, you can feel free to do so. Howie, if you've got anything you'd like to see us attempt to doodle, throw that in there. Let's see who has also not had anything. Papa B, if you're still watching.
Bond.
All right, there it is. So we'll do that. That's an easy comment to put on the screen. It's like Bond.
Yeah, Bond.
Can you do one more comment that says James Bond, Eli? Just because you can, Bond. James Bond. I think that's how you're supposed to. All right. Oops, I lost the. There we go. I minimized everything. You all vanished for a second.
Do you have a Bond preference?
All the Bonds.
Do you like the Daniel Craig? Do you like the Sean Connery? Do you like the?
My preference.
The Majesty's Secret Service guy.
I really appreciate Daniel Craig's Bond. Like, I think he is like badass. I think he's definitely like the Bond for the current era for sure. Growing up, my first Bond movie was GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan. And so he's a pretty definitive Bond for me. And then after I saw that, I started going back and watching the older Bond movies. And I always get a chuckle out of George Lazenby being the one and only Bond in this one film.
Right.
The one Lazenby. Let's see. Glenn says, because this is how we bond. And Eli says, anyone, any Bond. So let's see. We can both do different Bonds then.
Okay. Versus John Wick.
Versus John Wick. Eli says, Mr. Bean. Oh, Howie says, Mr. Bean Bond. I love it. Sweet. And Brickvice says, Kevin, can you draw me? I like that one. That's pretty good. All right, let me get a picture of which Bond do I want. I guess I'm going to do Pierce then.
Mine's not going to really matter because I'm doing something kind of weird.
Perfect. That's exactly what we want. I think I'm just going to do this like classic James Bond, like, gun portrait. I'm going to just do that. That's what I'm going to do. All right, let's move the screen down. And thank all you guys, as always, for being here and chatting with us and watching and suggesting. It's definitely appreciated. Let me get closer. I got to get closer.
Gross. I don't like the way that stone started.
I heard that scratch.
Yeah.
It's like, and scratch.
And screw it. Also, I need a better. My pens are failing me.
Oh, that's not good.
There we go.
Bond. I'll always remember that first scene. You've seen GoldenEye, right, Ben?
Yeah.
For me, because that literally was like my first ever time seeing this character. And so I'll always remember him like jumping off the dam.
Yeah, and then surfing the tsunami.
Oh, did that happen in that movie?
Was that the one where he like?
No, he just like jumps down the dam and like bungees and has like a parachute.
Oh, got it.
But, that's how that movie starts. And then Alec Trevelyan's like for England. He's like, for England, Alec. Like that was like my first time ever like meeting this character. And I was like, oh, well, who is this all about?
Right.
I like that movie a lot, actually. And then I played, of course, we've all played the Nintendo 64 game. And I was really excited when they like remastered that game on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And then really disheartened when I played it.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? What is this? This is not what I watched. I mean, I really don't know how. I still to this day don't know how I even feel about that. I'm like, you just George Lucas to this whole movie. It's like, what did you just do? I'm gonna switch over to you for a little bit. Solo layout. Boop.
I'm gonna do.
You're going all the way in with the John Wick stuff, right?
Yeah, I was gonna do a bunch of gun kata poses, and then I realized I probably could just do them. Bond doesn't do a whole lot of gun kata, so it would have looked weird.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna cheat and just do Bond. It doesn't come up very often, but every now and then I get the the double or the triple character requests, and I don't mind doing them. That's not at all the issue. It's just I try. My goal is to try to give as many people the opportunity to see something drawn as I can. And so I just get nervous when it's like multiple parts to it, because I'm like, that'll take it away from somebody else, just the time. And so I usually will only do part of, when I get those, I'll do like part of it. Just because, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not missing somebody. And
plus, if it's a huge bit of like working that you got to do, you don't want to spend too much time putting a lot of stuff into it's a doodle. It's not like I'm going to be working on this for 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we're not doing no Picassos here, right? Let's see here. Brickhead family, my favorite Bond was Austin Powers. I definitely enjoyed the Austin Powers movies, though. This is the serious time where we are serious, folks.
Yeah. No talking. Shut up.
We shall not discuss. I don't know how well it's going to look like.
The first rule of Doodle multiplayer is no one talks about Doodle multiplayer.
Nobody talks. And so, I mean, you've seen my streams before, Ben. So we're past 11:30, which means we're past the halfway point. So this is when I start actually putting colors on the stuff that I draw. So that will obviously also increase the time a little bit per drawing.
I'm gonna look at Bond's gun because he has a specific.
Not
like it matters.
Walter PPK. Walther. There it is. Something. Walter's like the dummy from Jeff Dunn.
I think it was like a P38. P38K.
Something to that. Oh, we went to 8.
Not like it matters.
We lost like 10 viewers. All right, that's fine. No dots. Stop with the dots. I think I'm going to move to the hair. Get some hair action. Get the hair going. Come on. And then, of course, any film forever that I have seen Pierce Brosnan in now, I'm like, oh, it's James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is just James Bond.
Even Mamma Mia?
Oh, yeah. I think the worst that was like you know, I can kind of separate it now, but the worst I think was Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm like, there's James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that lady's dating James Bond.
It's a drive-by fruiting.
This is the best scene in like cinematic history. It was an angry member of the kitchen staff. I love that. So I quote that so much. It's one of those like, I don't know what to say in this situation, so I'm just going to say this. Like, I'm sorry.
So it's really weird. My kids hadn't seen that because it came out before they were born, obviously. And being the products of a divorce, amicable or otherwise, I was like, you know what? Have you guys seen this? Because we were on a big Robin Williams kick after he died.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's watch all his movies. And so I was like, you know, the kids haven't seen Mrs. Doubtfire. And I was like, oh, it's a great movie. It's kind of fun and wholesome and a lot of comedy and it's very sweet. Man, was I wrong about that. It is like It is funny and it has got some sweet points, but it is like also it's not a great ending. It's not like a Hollywood Disney ending. It's kind of like well, it sucks that everybody has to compromise and nobody wins in a compromise.
Right.
It's really kind of dark. Like I don't remember it being that dark. And also Robin Williams yelling at his wife. It's kind of like, oh God, this is terrible. So we watched it, and I was constantly looking at my kids like, "Are you guys okay? Are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're fine. It's just kind of hard to watch, you know." And I'm like, "I know. I'm sorry."
I haven't. That's a good point. I haven't seen it in a while. I should probably go back and watch it and see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of have like a more nostalgic remembrance of it.
Yeah, and that's what I had too going into it.
And just remembering all the funny scenes. I don't know how much this looks like Pierce Brosnan at all, but there we go. And there's part of it is kind of Brosnan-ish. Glenn says hair. Now we need a bald bond. A bald bond.
Well, Daniel Craig is kind of balding.
Yeah, but he's like ripped, so it's fine. That's the rule, I think. I think that's like the ratio. Is they're like, unfortunately, you are balding, but you have like a six-pack, so it's all right.
We'll allow it.
Oh, hey, look, we made it. Hands.
Hands.
Dang it. Just hands. I'm feeling it already. Like these stupid hands. Hands are the worst. Hands are the absolute worst every time. Every time.
Yeah, that's what you see. Sketchbooks full of fucking. I'm sorry. Ooh, sorry for the swear.
Ah!
Full of stupid hands.
Everybody, this stream is labeled as not for kids.
I know. Have we labeled it yet?
It's fine.
The COPA regulations.
Right. I don't mind. I like naturally just don't really swear that much unless I'm like I really really know you or I'm really tired or I'm like upset. But like it doesn't bother me. Like all right, whatever. But yeah, my channel as a channel is not labeled for is labeled for non-kids.
Cool.
And I have it set up so that I have to like review every video.
Yep.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Let's see. We got Brick Studio in the YouTube chat says, "Hey, just headed back to work, but wanted to stop and say hi." Well, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, see, that looks kind of awful, but all right, whatever. Hands. Dang it. Always the hands. It's all, but when you draw a good one though, it's like,
yeah,
man, it is like there's fewer things in life that can be as momentous.
And it's always a little sad too, because it's like, hey, that was really great. Then you're like, oh, dang it, that was accidental.
Yeah, because you're like, how did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know how I did it. That's the answer to that question. And then you just kind of like occasionally keep looking back and like sighing. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so good.
I had one of those. Actually, I also like it when it's a character and maybe like one of them is good and the other one is bad. Like on the one character, like one hand is great and the other hand's not great. And it's just like, that's just kind of like torturous. That's like, dang it. I've got a couple of those that are like, it just drives me crazy because I'm like, it's not that bad on that side. Just look at it from that other side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to call it at that, and I'm going to throw some colors on it real quickly. Let's see. While I do that, let's zoom in on your stuff. Let the people see. Oh, yeah. That's it right there. That's actually, I love it. That definitely looks like John Wick down there. I could see the Keanu.
Be the Keanu.
What does he say? Be wonderful or something? Or you're wonderful. You are wonderful, I think.
Are we talking Bill and Ted's? Keanu?
No, that's be excellent to one another. But like Keanu is like, there's a thing now that like he says a thing. It's like, be wonderful. Or I think it's you are wonderful. I think that's what it is. There's like pillows and memes and stuff. Keanu says, you are wonderful. I can't even begin to tell you how delighted I was seeing the trailer for the newest like 400th SpongeBob movie. And Keanu Reeves is the burning bush.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? That is amazing.
Right, that one's done.
Oh, good job. So I'm going to be throwing colors on this for a little bit. So you can entertain the masses.
Well, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee.
Well, you can do that too.
How my voice goes.
You could do that too.
My coffee's just right over here.
Let's see. Brickhead Family says, isn't it rumored that Idris Elba is going to be the next Bond? I thought that was the rumor. I thought I remember hearing that or reading that. I think he'd be awesome. That guy's totally badass.
You know what I've noticed after not drawing for almost a year and then doing it 2 days in a row?
What?
My ribs are cramping up.
Are you hunched over?
I'm hunching over and I'm sitting in one place for a long time. I don't get this when I'm sorting Lego, but I think I'm moving more.
Interesting.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something you got to work up to. My hands are going to be sore later today. And
Eli says, oh, and add Johnny English, please. Yeah, see, what did I just say, Eli? I was like, I can't do I prefer not to do like multiple characters. Like, actually, can you add 3 more characters to the one?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Howie says, add a goatee for Obi-Wan Bond. Does this look like Obi-Wan? Does he look Ewan McGregor-ish?
Hello there.
Or Alec Guinness-ish?
So a funny story I heard, I don't know if people are Clone Wars fans.
Which one? All of them.
Well, the cartoon, basically.
Well, but the 2D one or the 3D one?
Oh, yeah, good point. The 3D one. The 2D one, fantastic, because it's Tartakovsky.
No one talks about it, but it's the best.
It's so good. Anyway, the Clone Wars, the TV show, not the small one. Oh, hang on. Be right back.
Ding dong. Microwave.
So the guy who does the voice for Obi-Wan, his name's James Arnold Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm a kind of a quasi lover wannabe voice actor. I've always wanted to do voice acting. And I've, taken a few stabs at it with some friends with recording studios and whatnot. But I've been following him because at one point, he's done a ton of voices for everything.
Yeah.
At one point, they were interviewing him about doing Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like, well, you have to understand, I'm not doing Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm doing Ewan McGregor doing an impression of Alec Guinness doing Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's perfect.
And I'm like, oh my God, there's so many layers.
A lot of layers to that.
Yeah. And then after that interview, every time I hear him speak, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah. Is it like him? And then there's one other guy. Is it D? Like D. Bradley Baker or something like that do like a ton of voices.
Yeah, well, D. Bradley Baker does all the clones, which means he's doing like 70-80% of the show. Yeah. And then there's one person doing Ahsoka, Matt Lanier, whatever. He's doing Anakin, and I don't think he does anything else. I think he does like one other character.
Yeah.
And then, it's D. Bradley Baker, James Arnold Taylor, and then the guy who does the Admiral Wolf voice, the clones have attacked. The guys at the beginning.
That guy's the best.
Yeah, he's also the general. He's like, I don't think General Skywalker has, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, that guy's voice needs to be on like all the the war reels.
It's definitely a fourth wall breaker when he's actually in the show.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, that's the narrator.
It's like, wait a minute, is this whole show based off of his point of view? I'm not sure what's going on here.
Gallagate says, the man with the golden gun. And is this the Roger Moore Bond? Does it look more like Roger Moore? I'll just make his hair red.
It actually looks like George Lazenby.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
The one that nobody will talk
Pull up Lazenby and look at him, because I pulled him up thinking I would do that too. That's kind of what he looks like.
Oh, my goodness.
Which, you know, that wasn't a bad one. It was just not whatever.
It is kind of George Lazenby. It was supposed to be Pierce Brosnan. I was just, you know, I think the nose was pretty good. That was all. I got the nose.
I think his eyes are smaller. I think Brosnan's eyes are probably smaller. That's what did it.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just get some. I'm just going to throw some more. I only do like one layer of shading. I do some cell shading action on this. That's probably too dark right there anyway.
Brickhead Family says, best voice actor, Mark Hamill. You can keep him as your Skywalker, but he will always be my Joker. That is very true.
Yeah, he is the best. When he's the Joker, you know things are good.
He like everyone says, well, you know, Heath Ledger's a good Joker and so-and-so's a good Joker and Joaquin Phoenix is whatever. But I'm always like, yeah, Mark Hamill. Everybody forgets about Mark Hamill.
Yeah. 100%. He is like anything, any like DC thing, whether it's a video game, a direct to movie, animated show, whatever. When the Joker pops up, I'm always like, it better be Mark Hamill's voice. Like it's gotta be. And Batman has to be Kevin Conroy.
Has to be Kevin Conroy.
If it's not, it takes a lot of getting used to. It's like, oh, it's not. All right. I guess I can live with that. Feel free to skim the chat bin if you want to pick the next thing.
All right.
I'm almost done with this guy.
I was going to throw a Johnny English on mine.
Oh, you can. I mean,
I'll go back for that one. Oh, Zathras. Glenn Copeland asked for Zathras.
Oh, who's that?
He's from Babylon 5.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's this have you seen I'll equate it to somebody you might know. Have you seen Neverending Story?
I did.
Okay.
Recently.
So the bat flyer, the thing that
yeah, those things are weird.
That guy looks a bit like Zathras. So that's what we're going for.
I got you.
Let's see, Zathras, draw brick vibe.
Oh, that's right. That brick vibe said draw me.
Excuse me. Let's see. They're just goatee for Obi-Wan.
I'm gonna leave it at that for.
I think that's it.
Bond.
Yeah. So I think Zathras or brick vibe. I'm going to go with Zathras because I think we could do a great character face.
Let's do it.
All right.
So our next one, we're going to go with Zathras from Glenn Copeland over in the YouTube chat. Brick Vibe says, once again, draw Brick Vibe with 1,000,000 exclamation points.
Can we draw Brick Vibe as Zathras? Because Zathras is a people, not a person.
Impersonating Alec Guinness. And then over in Twitch, we've got It's Rebels. I believe that's what it is. It says, hey, bro, I love your art. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you joining the stream. Asks, do you do commissions? I do. I am an artist for hire, and myself and my children enjoy eating. So I do things for money. I draw a lot of stuff. So you can feel free to hit me up on my website. Actually, here, I'll throw that up real quick. You can either use the contact form on my website, which is kevin@hinkle.com, or you can send me like a private message or DM on either my personal social, which is at Mr. Kevin Hinkle, or my business, which is at MrHinkleDraws. And thanks for being here in the stream. Appreciate that. And then let's take a look actually real quick. Here's the final. This was Ben's final for the. He actually did your request to the T, Eli. That was the James Bond versus John Wick. Excellent rendition there. Love it.
Thank you.
I cheated. And It's Rebel says, how much do you charge? It all depends. It depends on what you want and how much time it's going to take. So you can ask me if you send me a message, you say this is what I'm looking to get, and I can give you a quote on how much it would cost. Brickhead Family says, I still want to make a Falcor mock from Neverending Story.
I think that'd be amazing.
That would be really cool. Brickhead Family, I knew you were gonna. I knew it as soon as I said I do things for money. You're like, you do anything for money? I knew.
Kev is a dancer for money.
As soon as I said that. All right, I need to look up this character because I don't know what this looks like. All right,
Zathras, no N.
Zathras? Oh, Zath. I took the comment off. I need to put it back up. Let's see. Where did it go? There it is. Zathras. Mr. CUTMAN. Yeah, sick for sure right now. Papa B. You can hear it. It's just cold. I just have a cold. Oh, this guy does look like the thing that was flying around in that movie in that story. He's got like a bunch of furs and stuff on him. Interesting. And what is this from? Babylon 5?
From Babylon 5.
Got it.
So Zathras is this weird character who is kind of he's not a time jumper, but he's kind of aware of a lot of different things at different times. He is not a single character. It's a weird kind of collective. You only run into two of them, but you figure out that he is like one of them dies earlier and then another one is there and they're like, oh, you're Zathras. He's like, no, I'm not Zathras. I'm Zathras. And so Zathras is kind of like it's like Lego. It's like a collective noun.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it kind of throws you for a little bit when you first meet him.
We're all Negan.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all Negan.
Actually, when I was watching the show, to tangent off into Walking Dead territory, because I am a Walking Dead fan, and I really, really enjoyed the comics.
Oh yeah, me too.
When they first did the whole "We Are All Negan," I like sat back in my chair and slow clapped. I was like, "That is a very clever move."
Yeah,
very clever move on your part for the show. And I actually, when the actor Andrew Lincoln Lincoln moved on, I also moved on from the show. I was like, I'm done. But I was looking for stuff to watch, and so I looked on Netflix because I saw they finally put the last season that he's not on like at all, and I finally watched it, and it was not awful, but not super, super great.
Yeah, we gave up on Walking Dead. I don't remember why or when really, but it was right after Negan was introduced.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had read the comics up until the point where they had the Alpha and the Whisperers or whatever. So I kind of knew like most of what was going to be going on in the story. So my whole joy in watching it was watching it with Beth because she doesn't know what the story is going to be about.
Yeah.
So, I'm waiting for the whole thing with Negan and Glenn, and I'm waiting for the whole thing with Carl when he was a little kid, and the kind of the big moments.
Yeah. Yep.
But then after that, I'm kind of like, nah, I don't care.
Yeah. Yep. I was kind of the same, like, because I had read it and my wife hadn't, and so like I kind of somewhat knew what was coming on and what was going to happen.
Yeah. And
so I'm waiting for those big like key moments to occur. Let's see. Vision Brick says, now I'm imagining Bastion shouting, yeah, on Falcor. Yeah, good. Vision says, was that a reference to the song by Meatloaf at Glenn? And Glenn says, you know it. And Papa B over in Twitch says, the little germ factories strike again. Mr. Hinkle was afflicted with a cold. Mr. Hinkle sneezes and takes 25 damage. You got it, man.
You lower your constitution for the next 3 rounds by 2.
Smash attack.
So the scene where Bastion is on Falcor and he says, Falcor is even more impressive in real life. You know that whole scene?
Yeah. Yep.
He's saying it like right at the camera. He's like pointing at you. He's like breaking fourth wall as though I'm looking to buy a Falcor. Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, have you seen the Falcor? It's more impressive in real. I'm like, dude, I've seen the movie. Stop selling me.
Yeah, that So yeah, that was one of those films that I had not seen in my childhood, and I just saw it last year for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
And it was definitely an experience.
It's artsy.
And I have to admit, like the ending, I was like, I think I was leaning in. I was like, can I help them? And I know that was like what they're going for.
Yeah.
I was like totally immersed. I was in. I was like, wow, that was actually really good. And
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I can only imagine as a kid, watching that and just being totally, that's really cool. There's a second one, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's not as good. Don't bother.
Yeah, someone told me that because, I didn't know there was a second. I also didn't know there was a second Bill and Ted. I was like, oh, there's a second one.
So yes, there is, and I have some issues with that because it's not issues with there being one, but with the movie itself, it's not bad. It's not as good as the first one, obviously. The first one's kind of lightning in a bottle kind of thing. But the second one, the premise is really great. And what I think a lot of people kind of miss is that it's totally making fun of that. There's like an old Swedish movie, now I can't remember what it is, where the main character basically plays a game of chess with death.
Okay, yeah.
In order to forestall him actually dying. So it's kind of like them poking fun at that. And I was like, and I didn't realize that till a lot later in life. You go through like drama class in college or something like that. I'm like, oh, this movie, wait a minute, this seems really familiar.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just watched, because what was that on? That was on Amazon Prime Video, which I constantly forget that I have. I'm like, oh yeah, I have this thing. And it had a little thing saying, I think it's because, hyping up for the film.
Right.
For the third one, they're like, oh, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I'm like, what is this? I was like, there's another. And so I watched that, and like I didn't like it as much as the first one. Which I do actually have a habit of liking the second films more than the first. But I liked the ending of it was kind of like nice and heroic and cool. But like most of the movie, I was just kind of like, what's happening? I was like, what's going on? This is just ridiculous. But I think that's the point.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Pen is wearing out. Got to get me a new pen.
I'm basing all of this on this exact reference photo that I'm looking on Google. Let's see. What do we got here? Papa B says there's also a third starring a young Jack Black. A third, which one? The third Never Ending Story. Oh my goodness. Is there really? That's crazy. I'm totally behind then. But I guess I'm not missing much. Got like these animal tails and furs and stuff all around him.
Yeah, and I can't tell if that's part of him or part of a coat that he's wearing, clothing or something.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know.
Well, even watching the show, they don't really go into like what he is. So it's kind of hard to say.
Do you know Glenn?
I just rewatched the show probably about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I like it when, because when I finish up one of these streams, I'll take like some of my favorite ones and I make like a little collage and I just post it online.
Yeah.
Like, hey, thanks for coming. Here's some stuff we drew. I love it when people suggest things that I'm not at all familiar with, and I'm game. I'll draw it even though I don't get the context or the whatever. Right. And other people are like, "Oh my god, did you draw so and so?" And it's like, again, the character that I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I did. Yay for common interests and things.
Yes, I did. Aren't I a magnanimous artist?
But people get so excited, and it's like, I wish I could share in your excitement, but I'm happy that you're happy.
Yep. I feel that.
You get it.
I know. Hey, leave the cat alone.
Vision Brick says there is a third, but I've never watched it. And Papa B says, well, it's starring a young Jack Black as a bully, not the main character.
Seal. That's it, Vision Brick. Seventh Seal. Thank you.
Oh, what did he say?
It's it's a Von Sydow movie. It's called Seventh Seal. It's like a Swedish dark artsy movie. It's black and white.
Oh, okay, I got you now.
Yeah, he's like a lord of a local area, of a local kind of provincial area, I think, if I remember correctly. And then he's dying, and he's got to play chess with death
To not die.
to not die. Yeah, it's a cool concept, but I'm like, man, I wish I had that. I'm a fairly good chess player, but it's death.
Did he win? Spoiler.
See, I don't remember the ending of the movie now. I don't think he does, but I can't remember. I think he tries to cheat somehow, like he makes a move that's not like really legal, but it's one of those where I feel like we're in a stalemate forever, and so I don't have to play you anymore, or one of those kind of things. I should rewatch it. It's really boring and long, and I'm pretty sure Beth would hate me for it. So,
what would be the modern day equivalent to the answer to that? Is it Mamu, I've come to make a deal?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Dormammu.
There it is. Yeah.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
That's it. You got it.
That was such a great bit. I love that so much.
That was fun. That was fun.
I know exactly what reference picture you're looking at.
Do you?
Yeah.
He's like sitting at a table, or I think he's at a table. I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Glenn says, my take on Zathras' hair is on top of his head and the sides of his chin. The rest is clothing. Okay, that's what I would kind of, not knowing anything. My assumption looking at the reference is that as well.
Yeah, he's got like a big furry coat. He's kind of like a hobo. He collects his kind of personal belongings around him, and he travels a lot, and he's not tied down. He sees things other people really aren't able to, but they kind of dismiss him because he sounds like he's a little slow, but he's just kind of prophetic and quiet. He's an interesting character, but they didn't use him a whole lot.
Let's see. Mevitz Bricks. Hello, Mevitz.
Hey, Mevitz.
Mevitz, of course. Who Battle of the Doodles? Who's winning? We're all winners. We're all winners here. Everyone's special. And yeah,
I thought Victor von Sydow was actually in it. I guess. What movie am I thinking of then?
I do not know. I did. I actually drew that on the right layer. Good for me. All right. Let's throw some crazy colors on this guy. And I'm going to switch things so that people can get you the main stage for a little bit.
Yeah, and Max von Sydow is actually in it. But it's a Bergman movie.
Oh, you're talking about that Swedish one again?
Yeah. That comes up every once in a while because that people playing a game with death to cheat death always comes up. And I'm like, yeah, it's like that movie that I can never remember the name of, but I know Max von Sydow's in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Another movie that I want to make Beth watch that she will not watch with me, speaking along and slow, is Lawrence of Arabia. One of my favorite movies, but it's like 3.5 hours long, and it's 1960s golden era movie, and I love it because it's beautiful, and it's got a young Peter O'Toole in it, kind of at the height of his kind of greatness. But it is a hard one to slog through.
I have never seen that one.
I don't know that I'd actually recommend it. It's a little, I mean, it's very, very good. It's like top of the list of like all-time movies kind of things, but it is kind of a long, you really have to be into kind of like historical period movies and things like that.
It's kind of like
Glenn von Sydow thing. Yes, sorry, Glenn.
Like somebody was like, you need to watch Gone with the Wind. And I was like, I do? Okay. And I did. And I was like, well, all right, that happened.
Yeah.
It's like not terrible, but I was like, wow, this movie's like 18 hours long.
I'll throw some color on this guy too. Let's see what we got. Bucket of markers.
I know you got red.
Yeah, I got red. I got this bucket of Prismacolors.
Jig is up on the red.
Well, I also have some peach and pink.
Yeah, he does seem kind of peachy. Let's see. Glenn says yes. Oh, do you agree this? Yes, Von Snowden is in it. I'm just giving you grief for calling it Von Sydow.
The Von Sydow thing, because I called it a Von Sydow movie when it's actually a Bergman movie starring Max von Sydow.
Got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think you just read that, but I think we just had this conversation.
Am I having a stroke? Does anybody else smell toast?
And thank you for that comment, Gallicade. Both are winning, Mevits. We're all winners here.
I'm not toast. You're toast.
This whole courtroom is toast.
I'm not toast. You're toast. This whole damn courtroom is toast.
Oh, look, we made it back up to our 14 viewers again. Hello.
Hey.
Good morning to you all. Thank you for stopping by and watch us draw things. Yeah, Glenn's like, I'm not toast, you're toast. Did you read that, or were you saying that? Like, did you prophesize that he was going to say that, or did you say it?
No, I read it.
Okay, I was like, that's pretty good. You might need to start playing the lottery or something. Let's see. I feel like he's slightly more pink than that in this photo, but that's the color they got selected, so that's what we're going with. That's the other issue sometimes with I use two different screens for this action because it just like makes the world of difference for this. And so sometimes things look a very different color on one screen than they are on the other screen.
Right. Because
I have a MacBook and that's pretty good about that. I think they're pretty good with colors and stuff. And then everything else is not as. So, you should get a spider or something that you can do the what is that called when you're like doing the fidelity of color, making sure. Yeah. I looked into it because I was like, is there something I can get that'll help me align it? And there was some stuff, and I was like, okay. I mean, this is all like going to cost money, but there's stuff I can get. And I've gotten kind of used to it. Because when I first looked, it's because I found this monitor. It was on sale on Amazon for like $100, and it's a big monitor. And I was like, well, shoot, I need a monitor, so I'll get that. And then I was like, I need something for color. And I was like, I just spent money. I don't want to spend money again. But now I'm kind of used to it because I tell myself, when I'm working on client work to always look at the small screen. That way I know what color I'm doing. But when I do this, I use the big monitor because it's just a lot easier to see what I'm doing. Right. But it's kind of like the tablet. It's like the only time I use the tablet is when I do this stream. And that's also the only time I do like a main work on this monitor. Otherwise, it's like my secondary monitor I use for everything else. It just plays the YouTube most of the time. This guy looks like he's rocking some slightly yellowish teeth, I think. Yep. Next week on Art Talk with Ben and Kevin is yellow teeth. Talking about monitor. Oh, monitors, yes. What is that called? I just looked this up the other day. Because we used to have one of those things you put on your little suction cup and it just reads the monitor and it tells. Yep. I don't remember what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about because I was looking it up trying to find like what was I supposed to do to get the colors to match each other. Because they were somebody in the chat right now. They were pretty substantially off when I first got it. And I did do some tweaking with where I could, and it's not as bad as it used to be. But when I first turned it on, I was like, "Whoa, those are two different colors completely." Yeah, my ex-wife and her wife are both photographers and artists, and I know that when I was helping
her do wedding photography, that was a big thing, was to make sure the color matching was right between, you know, and it's not even like between monitors, but it's also like you put it up there and it's like, okay, well, this adjustment to your screen specifically is to adjust, this is pure Pantone color or something like that. Sans. Hi, Sans.
We got Sans? Where's Sans? Why is my chat not working? I don't see Sans.
Sans just appeared.
Oh, that's not good. So on mine, it says the last comment was Glenn saying, I'm not toast, you're toast.
I think in the StreamYard chat, it's a little delayed. I've got I've got a YouTube tab open.
I got you. Okay.
On another machine. So.
I'm okay with that. I thought it stopped working altogether. It has not done that before. That's not happened. It does, like, sometimes if I stream for a little bit longer than normal, it'll stop auto scrolling for me, which is annoying, but it has never stopped. There it is. There's the Sans comment. Hello, Sans. Have you ever seen any of Sans videos, Ben?
I might have.
Sans is hilarious. Check out Sans' stuff. He's funny.
Okay. I'm going to subscribe right now.
Boom. There it is, Sans. I think he's funny. He doesn't think he's funny. I think he's funny.
Oh, maybe I can't. Come on. Oh,
no,
wait.
No, sorry. You cannot subscribe to this person. We do not allow it.
Go to channel. Subscribe. Poorly reviewing Ninja Scrolls. I'm going to watch that later.
He's got some ridiculous stuff. He's channeling that perfect 2020 YouTuber energy. That's for sure.
Big stream energy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Let's see. This one may be like the one. This might be, you know, every stream there's like the one drawing that's like you put a little bit extra into. This one might be the one this time. Because then also after you do it, I'm like, well, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, I'm never going to draw this dude ever again.
I did that once, so that's done. He's got brown eyes. I think he has brown eyes.
Yeah, I did like brownish yellow something. He's got little bits of stuff on his face. And
all right, now that I've spent a ridiculous amount of time on his face, now what else should I do? Oh, yeah, the whole rest of it. All right. Not the one / Zathras.
Yep.
Is that something he says? Is that a thing?
Yep. That's his line. Because they think they're talking to a Zathras they met earlier, and it wasn't that one. So.
Oh, that's what you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's also the name of their, like, whatever.
It's like if all humans were named Kevin, then I would call you Kevin, but then everybody else is also a Kevin.
Man, that would be problematic.
Yeah, it would.
That would be quite problematic.
But you can tell all the Kevins apart, and they can just by how they talk about each other. So
interesting. Very interesting. I will be very curious to see, because this guy is definitely going to go on the collage on social media for sure. I'm going to be very curious to see if other people pick up who this person is and comments on. It's like, oh, that's Zathras. Let's see. Sans says, all right, Glenn says Zathras used to being beast of burden. Zathras have sad life, probably have sad death, but at least there is symmetry. That's got to be a quote.
It is.
Sans says, this is the same person that fights the X-Men, right? Yeah. Oh, what's his name? Sabretooth.
Yeah.
He has got some Sabretooth-ness to him, doesn't he?
A little bit.
Maybe
definitely no Liev Schreiber Sabretooth, but
it might have just been the way I drew him on my side.
Well, I mean.
And yeah, here, let's boom. Yeah, no, there's some Sabretooth energy going. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Galligate says, did you get any sleep today, Sans, after Doc's stream? Yeah. Oh, were you in Doc's stream again, Sans? When do you sleep? I'm already like I already understand that Doc Samson doesn't need to sleep because he's not a real human. But like
He doesn't sleep, he's stored.
he is stored somewhere safely. Oh, come on. No more dots, please. Stop with the dots. Give me full control. Come on. Sigh. There it is. All right. So weird. To quote the small animals from the Flintstones, it's a living.
I'm going to go back and put a Johnny English on this one.
That sounds perfect for you. You go right ahead. Eli will be very, very happy. You hear that, Eli? It's for you. It's all for you, Eli. It's all for you.
The trick is to make it look like Mr. Bean without it being Mr. Bean.
Right. Indeed. Let's see. Hope Castle in the chat says, Sans, get sleep so you are more human for Friday Night Bricks. Oh, yeah. Sans has, Friday Night's Bricks staple. Has to be. Gotta be, man. Brick Studio says they never sleep. Sans got 4 hours of sleep, huh? That's rough, man. I mean, if you could pull it off, I guess, good for you. I can't pull that off. Okay. Does have like a vest thing going on under there. Hey, Nick, if you're still watching, Brickhead family, were you going to do like a video about our quote-unquote ghost hunting in Alabama, even though it wasn't terribly eventful? Were you going to do something talking about it or no? All right, let's see. I need like gray. Hope Castle says, I'm going to have to break away soon. Missing rest of stream. I was like, that's no problem, Reed. Enjoy the rest of your, I assume you're working, so enjoy the rest of your work day. Sam says, I'll be more human than you can handle. That's the content right there. That's it. Let's see, another gray. These like all squirrel tails.
Mm-hmm.
Or like raccoon tails.
Yeah, it makes when I first saw it, I was like, is he a trapper? What is he?
Yeah. Let's do a different shade. Ben's working on that artist ASMR. Getting the nice
crispy scritchy.
Oh, it's the best though. I mean, it makes, when I'm doing it with my own pins and I hear that noise, it makes me cringe. But when I hear other artists do it, I'm like, that sounds great. It's like, don't ruin it. Don't ruin the pin.
Yeah, some of these pens are older than my children, so I don't care if they get ruined or not.
I used to get so stressed when I was in art school and having to buy those stupid pens all the time.
Johnny English.
Hold on. Whoop. Look at that. Just keep giving him more characters, Eli. Just keep adding more people in there.
It's not awesome, but it looks more like David Schwimmer than it does Mr. Bean. So
David Schwimmer. There's Ross.
Yeah, there's Ross as a spy.
That's so good. Yeah, Eli appreciated that. Brickhead Family says, I am getting something together. We are going to talk about it on the podcast Saturday night. Okay, that's cool. I was just wondering. I mean, I was kind of half expecting it, but also I realized that like nothing terribly exciting happened. So I wasn't going to be, surprised if there was nothing going to happen.
This keeps going over to private chat. Stay on live comments, man.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it just keeps going over to private chat. I wonder if it's because I'm a guest.
Oh. Actually, you know what? now that you said that, I think that happened to me when I was on somebody else's stream too.
Oh yeah.
Like it would default for me to the private chat.
What if that's where what the dots were?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Is that the cause?
Yeah.
If only we could actually find the cause, I would be so happy, but we cannot. That is not the cause. I'm almost done. Last tale here.
Fine.
All right, I'll add another character to the wall.
What else can we put over here? Can we put the two guys from the other guys over here, and maybe Sacha Baron Cohen from Spy?
Oh, yeah, just do every character that's ever held a gun in a film. There you go. Put a little, maybe some Pulp Fiction.
I'm on it. I think Zathras has held a gun.
Oh, very well done. Easy then. Easy. All right. I'm satisfied with this guy. And hopefully you are as well, Glenn. Thank you for your suggestion.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Zoom out. My sizing is working pretty well today. Like it's usually like I either draw way too big or way too small in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty decent today. Glenn says, "Nicely played, y'all." Thank you, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn.
There's Ben's final doodle with the coloring on there. What did you use? Was that I didn't look. Pencil or marker?
No, it's these Prismacolor markers.
Ah, gotcha. Vision's like add Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and add Axel Foley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's mad with power. Vision is drunk with power. Brickhead Felony says, okay, don't know what Monday video, but I'll tell. Wait, what is that about? I don't know what Monday's videos, but I'll tell him. Oh, wait, let me go back up. I mean, we were there and got some shots of it. Yeah. So it's going to be more of a history than actual evidence. Yeah, I got you.
Message redacted, retracted. Hi, Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja with the bricks. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's get another one going here. What else did we? Oh, Brick Vibe.
Oh, I gotta look him up.
He was like, he didn't let anyone see who he looked like for like the first multiple years. It was pretty funny. The mysterious Brick Vibe. And Nate just like, I used the wrong emoji. He put like the face palm emoji. All right, Brick Vibe, where's your comment that says draw Brick Vibe? Where did that go?
Well, as far as I can tell, Brick Vibe consists mainly of hands.
Yeah, so there you go.
So I'm going to be drawing some hands.
I would not fault you in the least because he didn't let anyone see what he looked like for years. And Vision says, now add Michael Scott from Threat Level Midnight. Just keep going. Just keep adding more and more. Where did that comment go, Brick Vibe? Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. With all of its exclamation points. Brick 5 says, Kevin, text him a picture of me. I don't think I have Ben's phone number, actually.
And no, you're gonna be hands.
It's gonna be hands. That's what you get, man. I think that's hilarious. All right, doodles. Let's go back to the doodle layer. Switch up here. We are currently drawing Brick Vibe. San says he seconds that motion. Would you second me texting him a picture or him drawing the hands? I like the hands. I think it's great. Especially
since we're both not happy with drawing hands. So guess what?
Hands. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm going to do? Brick Vibe, I'm going to draw your sig fig prior to face reveal. No, prior to sig fig reveal. So Brick Vibe had a sig fig, signature Lego figure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of funny. I thought it was funny. And I was like, that's your sig fig. And he's like, well, it's a placeholder. I'm like, okay. And so now when I see your real sig fig, I'm like, no, that's not your real sig fig. And Brick 5 says, Kevin, you know what I look like. You better draw me for reals. No, I'm going to draw your sig fig.
See what you've started? What have we learned?
I get to interpret your suggestion how I want.
That's right. Don't give artists leeway.
This is Brick Vibes Sig Fig. So Ben is working on Brick Vibes hands. This is the best. This is actually what I could hope for. So he's drawing your hands. Let's give him the big screen for a little bit while you're building, and I'm gonna work on your Sig Fig prior to your final Sig Fig. This is the best. It can't get any better than this. It really can't.
I mean, if it was at like 9 o'clock at night and I had beer, but you know.
I mean, then it could get better.
Then it could get better. But you know, beggars can't be choosers.
And thanks for requesting time off of work to do this.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have time that it's one of those where if I don't take the time, I'm never going to use it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I got you.
I've got some saved up for like sick time and vacations and whatever, but you get this weird little bit of like personal time, and everyone's like, oh, I'm never going to use that one personal day.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the same thing actually at when I was in corporate Lego life. Was those random 1 or 2 days, or like 3 days, I think, a year or something.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck am I going to use those for? And I would usually just kind of like add it onto like a week of vacation or something.
Yep.
I'd be like, well, I guess instead of 7 days, I'll take 8 days or whatever, which is also not terribly bad, but whatever. But I appreciate that because I know that's, you know, time off of work to draw on the internet.
Yeah. And then after this, I'm going to go play Battlefront. So, I mean, it's not going to be a bad day.
Do you stream that or no?
No, I don't. I'm on a PS4 and I don't have a capture card.
Okay.
So it'd be kind of fun, but I don't have the equipment for it. And it's not really what I want to do. So
yeah, no, I get you totally. I don't know how much, like, what's the diversity of the stuff that you stream, like in its entirety?
At building,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do some drawing, I'll do designing in studio, and then building sets or my own stuff. That's kind of it. I need to get Beth back on here when she's not working or when she's got time.
Yeah. Gallagher says, do you still have the beard Brick Vibe or designer stubble? And Brick Vibe says, I've been told I have really sexy hands. I don't know who told you that, Vibe. Sand says, screenshot the final product of the hands, then add them to the Sig Fig drawing, making an unholy abomination.
Mm-hmm.
And Vision has enjoyed this episode. He says, this has been a very enjoyable. Thank you, Vision. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
This is, just again, for anybody who has not been on or just came onto the stream, this is a little bit different than the normal Doodle stream because I'm not alone. But I plan to do this through the remainder of the year. So there'll always be somebody with me on the multiplayer version, which will be once a month. So once a month on the last Friday of the month, it will be a multiplayer version of the Doodle stream where I'll have somebody else who is an artist that I know from some place in my life. And they'll be on here drawing with me. And hopefully it's always a good time and people can see different interpretations of the same Doodle suggestions. Making a slight modification to your Sig Fig vibe by adding your new fancy logo on top of it, which I do like. I like that logo, and I think it looks nice in black and white.
Is that one you did for him?
I did. That is mine. And now that the world has seen it, I can use it in other places as examples of my work. Not that they hadn't seen it before, because Brick Vibe had shared it a couple times as he was trying to like solicit some feedback on what people were thinking through the design process, which is okay by me. Ninja with the Brick says, just got to say, I love the digital / analog contrast, if you will, of the multiplayer stream. Yes, for sure. I'm also a fan of that. I was really hoping that as the this is great. It even has the timestamp on the bottom. Was hoping that different artists would have different mediums that they'd want to use, and not just the same stuff. Galligate says you have very nice arms, Brick Vibe. You could be a hands model. Oh man, there it is. All right. And now I'm going to add the color. Are you guys ready for the color on Brick Vibe Sig Fig? I don't know if you'll be able to handle it. Brick Vibe says you could have used it before. I just hadn't got around to changing things. Appreciate that. Are you going to get you should get a nice jacket. Get a nice jacket and get your logo embroidered on it. That would be pretty sick, I think.
That would be pretty tight.
It's got to be embroidered. Someone will do it. Someone will do it. And I think the logos doesn't have as much intricate details that they can't do that. I think you should be able to do that. Let's see. Sans says, have you witnessed my sword carving abilities? Are you talking to Galligate? Are you trying to question her hands model comment to Brick Vibe?
Excuse me.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. So yeah, there was once upon a time when Brick Vibe was streaming a lot more frequently. His sig fig was just a solid black sig fig. There was no features. There was no face. There was no nothing. There was no hair. And I actually kind of liked it. It was like this mysterious all black minifigure. And then that was apparently just the stand-in. And then he got a regular one that looks like him. But now I always think of that solid black figure as Brick Vibe's fig. Like that's what I think about. It was also kind of added to the mystery because no one knew what he looked like. So it was like
it's like a musician.
Yeah. Get torsos printed with your logo on it, Vibe. Solid black torsos. And give them out in orders over like $100 or something. Brickhead Family says, I believe it was my arms and hands that got me nominated Sexiest Man of Rockford. Oh, Sans, you said you were looking for different art mediums. Do you want to come on the program, Sans? You have presented some fun fan art, that is for sure. I would not have think this would be of interest to you, but let me know if this is of interest to you. Just get just a little shine. It can't be total darkness. There you go, Brick Vibe. Brick Vibe says, I streamed the other day and Sans was like, oh, you did? I didn't get an alert or anything. Maybe I just totally missed it. Let's see. Let's go over and see what we got. This is great. I love it. Oh, what does the thing say? Does it say Brick Vibe reveals his own sig fig?
Just says man reveals.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Brick Vibe says, Kevin knew what I look like. We met for the first 7 times. We did meet for the first time 7 times. Ninja says, Brick Vibe stand-in sig fig seems pretty ninja with all the black. Yeah, I like it. I thought it was really good. Sans, are you featuring your arms and hands in the calendar? Is there a calendar? Is it the
the hands of Lego?
There it is. Okay. All right, I'm going to have to I don't want to do that, but I'm going to have to. Actually, let's see. Maybe I can find a way around this. So my sizing has worked out pretty good today, but now I'm in a place where everything is spaced out in a way where I don't really have a good space open now. So let's move the squirrel there.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing the same thing, but the scissors are in the other part of the house.
You start cutting and like using a glue
Just
stick.
start moving it around. Yeah.
That's great. Are you using a sketchbook? I remember you saying you didn't know if you had one.
Oh yeah, I've got a big old.
Okay. Gotcha. Move Captain Underpants here over to the side. And move Ben's figure, which was just me, just while you were talking. Maybe I'll actually shrink it a little bit. San says, yep, Nick is making a tasteful AFL calendar for 2021. Oh, nice. Brickhead Family says, nice, got the first calendar sold. Glenn says, there's more than one sexy YouTuber. I thought Kevin was it. I am not it at all. I don't even know if I'm in the running, Glenn, but you are too kind, sir. Gallagher asks, what month are you going to be, Sans? And Sans says, there will be at least 12 by 2021. Glenn. Sans is June. And Ninja says, hey, Nick, can someone get my voice on the calendar for the visually impaired? There it is. So let's see, 12. It's almost 12:40. So this is about that time where we have time for like one more doodle. Let me move stuff again, make myself a little space. There we go. Look at this, folks. Look at this vibe. Look at that. Look how good it is. It's like being in a mirror vibe. That's actually great. Brick 5 says draw brick 5, and you got 2 brick 5s. There you go. It's perfect. Awesome. All right, let's see. Has anybody not had one of their ideas drawn yet? Anybody that just for this stream, not ever, but like anybody not made a comment yet? Ninja, if there's something you'd like. Sans, who else has not made a suggestion today? Scrolling through here. Yeah, anybody that hasn't made a suggestion yet, feel free. This will probably be the last one for the day. Let's see here. A hush befalls the crowd.
Right. No, don't everybody jump at once. I'm gonna go back to see if we something at the very beginning, maybe.
San says, do a gang ninja.
A gang ninja?
A gang? What's a gang ninja? What happens if I Google that?
Do it in incognito mode first.
It's like, right. I mean, you just want us to draw a ninja?
So I would draw a ninja, but you wouldn't be able to see it.
Oh, right. Clever. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Sans says it's a ninja in a gang. Clearly. Clearly, Sans.
Oh, okay.
Clearly.
How could we not have seen that?
How on earth would I have missed such a thing? All right, fine. I don't know how to draw this ninja and make you know this ninja isn't part of a gang, but we'll just draw you. Okay, Ben's got an idea. So we'll do all right. So Sans, you're gonna be the last. You're the last idea. Unless we blitz through this in 10 minutes, but I don't think so. So we're gonna do a ninja or ninja in a gang. I think I'm just gonna go for a ninja. Ben is pretty confident he's gonna be able to tell you he's in a gang. All right, and I'm going to I'm actually going to run real quick to the bathroom. I'll be right back. So I'm going to put Ben on the full stage just for a minute.
Oh, no.
Sorry. You got to carry it for just a minute.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. It's fine.
Kevin tends to also fill the void with a lot of chat, which is something I need to work on for my own stream, but I also don't draw a whole lot in my streams. And I found that when I am drawing, my brain just kind of shuts off. So he's a ninja, so he's going to have his face covered, but he's going to have his face covered with like a do-rag. And he's going to have I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oh, let's see. Blood or crep? Well, I don't know. What should we do? He's going to have his buttoned up shirt kind of out like this. Oh, he's going to have his long shorts and his pulled up socks. His high top shoes. Chain wallet. And all ninjas have white eyes. I learned this from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that is canon. Black rag ninja. No blood, no crip. All right. I can do that. I can go with that. So I says to the lady, that's not a penguin.
Okay. That's wonderful. I literally put my headphones on and that's what I hear. All right. Thank you for carrying that for a little bit. Did everything blow up?
Oh, no. I literally said like 5 things.
Ninja says Kevin already drew a ninja. Done. Finished. All right. Let's see. Ninja. How incredible that, your branding gets to a point where you search for the word ninja and you get the Twitch streamer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all right. It's pretty good. Brickhead Family says, are you stereotyping gang members, sir? And Sans like, are you offended by that?
I'm stereotyping ninjas.
There it is.
As well.
Maybe I should look at my reference. Yeah, probably.
Man, reference. Psh.
Reference. It's like that hands thing.
And
no dots. Go away. Stop it. Let's try that again. Yep. So now that you've drawn a couple times, you getting back into it for other stuff, for other
that's going to be something to think about. I don't know to what end I would do it. Like, I don't have a family to support with my artwork.
Right. That makes a difference.
So this is something I would be doing as something I would want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't want to obviously also take away from fellow artists by doing something like Doodle stream.
I would not be offended in the least. Just so you know.
Yeah.
I actually, and I've said this before, I have, what do I want to do? I want to do this, make it smaller. I really, in a lot of ways, copied this format, slightly, from Brick and Nick.
Oh, okay.
So, Brick and Nick over on Twitch is Brickhead Fantasies. I think Kevin's faking the dots. No, I'm not. Stupid dots are irritating. So Brick and Nick is a Lego streamer on Twitch, and he's an incredibly awesome, kind person. And he does what he calls viewer build request streams, where he just builds what people request. And he does have like a much bigger audience than me, so he has like a whole voting system. So just because you suggest it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do something like that for artwork. And so I kind of copied it from him.
Well, I'm going to tell him that. No,
I don't even remember if I've told him or not. I think I have, but yeah. So it's not, don't feel like you shouldn't steal away.
So yeah, it's fun. I do like drawing. I will get the occasional like commission request or a friend wanting to have something fleshed out.
Yeah.
For a D&D character or stuff like that. So that keeps me pretty loose every couple months. But man, do I like sorting and building a lot more.
Right. I think the best thing about Sam says in the chat, am I the only male that kind of really likes the new dot line? No, not at all. I've seen people that are all about like the printed pieces and stuff. Brick. All right. So moving on. Oh man, what was I even gonna say? The thing that I think is the coolest I guess perk about being able to create, your own art is that when you want to do stuff for other things in your life, because you always need an artist. Like, I mean, that's just how it is. There's always an opportunity to like have some kind of logo or, whatever for work, for life.
Right.
And it's so nice being able to just do it yourself.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that when I was doing the little drawing for my avatar.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I don't mean to say this as sort of a negative thing. And I was like, I should have Kevin like whip me up and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm a god dang artist. I should do this myself.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is I actually, my thought process when I was coming up for like my branding and stuff was, it would probably be really cool of me to like, pay it forward and find some artist that I can hire to do this. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
I'm not going to make any money off myself doing that.
I was like, I need to do this myself. And I also like had a moment of clarity where I'm like, if I'm like charging people money to like design their brands and things, and I didn't even design my own brand,
yeah,
like that's probably not ideal. But yeah, no, that's all good. Ninja. Yours is looking pretty sweet over there. Oh, yeah. There it is. Does it have a bandana on?
No, it's a do-rag.
Oh, in a gang.
He's got his chain wallet.
Let's see. Galligate says, Kevin, are you too busy at the moment to do forever sorting with Julian? No, I mean, we're still sorting. Sorting. We're still recording every single week. But too busy. Too busy is like a trick question. Like, am I? Yeah, I mean, I am. But we still record every single week, and I enjoy doing it. I'm kind of done telling my story. I am done. Like, I know people are not done listening to it, but I'm kind of done talking about it.
What story were you talking about?
Mine. my life.
Oh, does he ask a lot of questions?
Well, I mean, that's the whole point of it. So, I met at Philly Brick Fest 2018. I met Julian. He's Bricksmith,
Right.
Online. And, and we kind of hit it off pretty well. And I thought he was a pretty fun guy. And I had told him that I was trying to get into like streaming and into the whole like content creation stuff. And he's all about it. And so we were talking together on how we can work together or collaborate on some stuff. And he had suggested doing some kind of show or some kind of podcast. I was like, well, hey, podcast. I've been interested in doing a podcast for years. And so we decided to embark on this journey together. So we have been recording weekly episodes for more than a year now. It lives on his YouTube channel because I didn't even really have one when we started it. It's like, I don't know where to put it. I don't have a channel.
Mm-hmm.
And so we put that on his. It's still there. And he was like, we need to tell your story, man. Because he was under the impression, and I guess other people are as well, that I have an interesting story.
Oh, that's a bunch of junk.
And yeah, no, it's a bunch of garbage. And so, but I said, all right, fine, whatever. And I've been going in excruciating detail about my life, I guess, and all my moves and why I moved and my journey through Lego and each role I had at Lego and what I did. And like I said, we're well over a year now. And so I'm like, all right, I'm kind of done talking about myself. But the story is not done because we haven't reached like today. We're close to it, but people like it. And they're like, no, we want more. I'm like, oh, goodness me.
Fine fans.
Yeah, but Galligade, I did officially, I don't know if resign is the right word, but I stepped back from the Short Sort, which was another weekly episodic show. That one was definitely much more of Julian's interest, where he wanted to show how he sorts pieces in his Lego collection, and he wanted me to kind of co-host with him and show how I do it. And I was game to try it out, and I did it for, again, a year. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I stepped out of that, and that's where Keith stepped in and has been co-hosting with Julian in my replacement capacity. Let's see here. Ninja says, I wouldn't say you stole it from Nick Kevin. That's like saying I stole the technique for brushing my teeth. I guess that's fair. I'll take it. Take a compliment. Galligan says, Short Sort, I meant. Oh, look, that was a long answer to your question that wasn't the right question. So yes, no, I've stepped away from Short Sort. I'm not part of that anymore. I have passed the baton. And Ninja says, Ben just made a portrait of me. Look at this. It's almost like a thing of beauty.
Sure, Ninja.
That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Mine is like, what stock image of a ninja can I find, and I'll draw it. And just trust me, he's in the game.
So I'm going to go get something. I'll be right back.
All right. Very good. Switch that over. You guys can see what I'm working on over here. But yeah, there's a huge time issue, Galligade and others and friends. My time is very, very limited. And I'm busy. I'm busy all the time. I'm working almost constantly on freelance work, commission work. I'm still under contract with Eclipse Graphics. I do design work for them every single week. I do this show on Friday, which I find this very important because this is brand building and continues to get exposure for me and my work with an audience online. I work every day except for Sunday. Sunday's the only day I don't work. And I'm usually working until pretty late, to the dismay of a lot of people in my family. But I'll usually call it done at like 9-ish. About 9 o'clock every day is when I like say, all right, I'm done working today. And then I'll spend some time with my son, who's obviously at home with me and doing his own thing usually. And then what usually ends up happening is I put my son to sleep when it's his bedtime, and then I end up going back to work again because I'm not doing anything. So I just say, well, now the kids are asleep. Might as well just work, get some more work done. Brick 5 says, Kevin, I know you have the time. I need a new co-host for Building Live. No, Brick 5, no.
Oh, well, I can't find it. Never mind.
Oh. Let's see. Sans says, I had no idea you worked with Eclipse Graphics. Yep, Sans. I am on a contract with Eclipse Graphics. I have been for actually some time.
I didn't know that either. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Eclipse Graphics as a business, I guess if you want to say, is very, very particular about you as a consumer knowing that they don't design all their products. And that's fine. That's, businesses have their decisions and the way they want to do stuff. And so Eclipse Graphics, it's not like it's a sworn secret. It's not like it's in my contract that you're not allowed to talk about it. But it's just like that's just part of their marketing is they don't like to put a lot of emphasis on the fact that they themselves do not design all their products. And so a lot of people don't know that I do a lot of work for them because they don't call out that they didn't design it. And the other thing too is I'm a big fan of like teasing out work, like, work in progress photos. And I love doing the crop teasers of stuff. I love it. I enjoy it a lot. But Eclipse Graphics does not approve of that. So when I do Eclipse Graphics work, I can't share it. I can't do like teasers. I can't say, and then by the time it's already out and released, I'm usually like, all right, I'm over it. Like there's not really a need for me to share it because it's already done. It's like people have seen it. It's a product. You can go buy it, yay. So I usually don't share it afterwards, but I do a lot of design work for Eclipse. I do everything from minifig design to like tile work design, like different accessories and stuff for the minifig.
Minifig design, like what they're going to print for minifig kind of thing?
Yeah. So like, for example, I don't know how closely you follow their products, but the John McClane figure from Die Hard, that was I designed that figure. I'm trying to think of which ones have come out. I've done a lot of work that still hasn't come out yet, like a lot of figures. I've done a lot of movie posters. So if you guys see like their movie posters, it's like a Lego-fied version of a movie poster. So like I did Silence of the Lambs, I did Rambo, I did Terminator.
Oh, nice.
I did Friday the 13th, which was a recent one with Freddy Krueger on it.
So do they do, because I follow them somewhat, but not a whole lot. Do they do their own internal work? Like the stuff they want to do is kind of suggested to them by themselves, or do they do commissioned work, or can you pay them to do a certain thing, or how does that work?
All the above.
Okay.
So yeah, you can hire them to do stuff that you want. Like if you have a job in mind or something that you want.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff for like schools and corporate entities.
Nice.
And then I would say some of the more wackier things are their own ideas.
Okay.
So like when you see like they release, I don't know. I can't think of an example now that I'm on top of. But like that stuff is like their own list. So they have like running lists of things they want to do. Like, oh, we want to make, okay, I actually have an example. Stained glass. They did glass where they did like the Stations of the Cross. Yeah. That was my work. I drew all those.
Oh, nice.
And so that was on their list. That was just something they wanted to do. And so they have a list, and I as one of their designers, I'm one of. I can't tell you how many they have, but I'm one of. But we'll take the list that they send us, and we'll pull projects. And so my agreement is usually 10 hours a week. And so those 10 hours I'll pull from the list, and I'll just work on stuff.
Wow.
But so, yeah, all back to the original point is time. Yes, time. So I have a lot of that. Brickhead Family in the chat says, I have a lot of the Hinkle posters. Yeah, he does actually. There's a lot of movie posters. Ninja says, yes, thank you, Kevin. After the Lego Movie 2, we needed that John McCain. Yeah, and I used the screenshots from Lego Movie 2 where Bruce Willis was in the air vent just to see how they did the face. I changed mine up a little bit. Here's my ninja. This is my ninja doing a ninja thing. He's in a gang. Just believe me. And then
the hatchet throwing gang.
Yeah, and then this is awesome. Ben's ninja is definitely a lot cooler. And yeah, I think Brick Ninja probably approves of this.
Right.
Let me see. What's all this other? There's a lot of chats I've been missing on. Gallagher says, "Yep, you got to do the work-life balance thing." Yeah, it's important.
Coronavirus in UK.
Oh yeah, well, matter of time. Don't worry, it's not outbreak yet.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that, everybody! It's past 1 o'clock, which is perfect. Perfect. Let me get this tablet out of my face. Done with you, tablet. And I'll pair that off. So here is the screenshot of everything that we have drawn, everything I have drawn. And I'm gonna walk through these real quick, and then I'm gonna solo screen for Ben. He's gonna walk us through his stuff. It should be the same, mostly the same.
They're gonna be the same.
It should mostly be the same, but started up here in the upper right hand corner when we were doing our introductions, and I it was funny because I was drawing Ben as Ben was drawing himself, which was fun. But we moved into this derpy sheep. Where's the sheep? Yeah, derpy sheep with sunglasses and boots. Mine was definitely not derpy enough. Yeah, here, Ben, look at this. That is a derpy sheep. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And then after that, we did something football related. We got this up here, the 49ers. We did Sourdough Sam, the apparent mascot of the San Francisco 49ers, because Nick. There he is. Go Sports. What does that say above it? Does it say gross?
It's gross because it's that leaning.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It looks awful.
I was like, if it's on behalf of sports, I also accept that. Let me turn off the comment real quick from Sans's. Yeah, let's get rid of that. There we go. So that is the Sourdough Sam mascot for San Francisco 49ers. And then where did we go after that? Captain Underpants?
Captain Underpants, yeah.
Yep. Captain Underpants for Gallagade. And
get mine into the camera.
There
we go.
Flying around. There he is. Yeah, and Ermagod on that. Ermagerd on that. Yeah. Yes, Ninja. And then I think we did the guy from the Breakfast Club, I think.
Yep.
Oops. Down here. He's hiding in the I've got him hiding in the corner. So there he is. And then here's Ben's over here with this "No, forget you," an actual quote from the exact movie, not edited at all. Same pose, though, which was fun. Same pose. And then we went to the squirrel, which was from Reed, Hope Castle. So that's the squirrel. That's Chester from Friday Night Bricks. I did apparently a feminine version.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's Ben's. I am not nuts. I have your nuts. And he is an angry squirrel. That is Chester for sure. That is Chester. I guess I did draw Chester's girlfriend.
We should put them. They look like they'd be facing each other.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I lost the stream again. There we go. Yeah, because they are facing each other. So it works out, actually. Let me see if I can zoom in enough. Oh, now she's giant. She can't be that big. There it is. They can't look at each other. This wasn't like, I know we're not done. This wasn't like terrible in terms of layout. I would have preferred to just not ever have to move cameras at all, but
right.
It's not awful. All right. And we got James Bond, I think was our first colored. For me, it was the first colored one. So that was Bond. The exact request though was like James Bond versus John Wick, and Ben knocked that one out of the park. He was like, "Of course I'll do that." Fully fledged idea. And even added Johnny English after that as well, which is pretty incredible. And then after that, we did this guy, right?
Zathras.
We did Zathras from Babylon 5.
Zathras likes that. That's Zathras.
But what was that other quote? Zathras has sad life and will surely die or something.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Have sad death, but at least it's symmetrical.
Sad death. Yeah, exactly. So there's Zathras. And then we did Brick Vibe. I think that was it. No, that wasn't the last. I forgot about the Ninja. So we did Brick Vibe. And I think that was one of my favorites, I think, from today. Is Brick Vibe says, like, draw me. And so Ben drew him from his still. I mean, that's perfect. That is you, Vibe. You can't dispute it. So that's a screenshot from one of his streams where he's looking at that, reveals his own sig fig. And then mine was just based on his placeholder sig fig that was all black. But I added the logo. And then our last doodle for the day was the ninja. Exactly, ninja in a gang. And again, I took some artistic liberties and did not add said gang symbol sign somehow. But there's a ninja. And here is Ben's all out, full force, dual wielding a couple samurai swords. Doesn't get much better than that. That's pretty sweet.
It's a typical superhero pose. You learn to draw like the first thing you do is superhero pose, and
it works.
Yeah.
So how many sheets did you use?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah,
nice.
I drew a little bigger than I thought I was going to, but I think it worked out.
That's awesome. So let's see. What do we got here? Brickhead family, bang, bang, Niner gang. Gallagade says, not fun for sure, Sans. Let's see. Sans says, those are facts for sure, Gallagade. I'm not sure what I'm missing on there. And Gallagade likes cute Chester. Yeah, that's the cute Chester, and Ben had the angry Chester. So, yeah. That's it. That's it for today's episode. Thank you guys again for stopping by, as always. And thanks to Ben for joining on the very first Doodle Stream multiplayer.
Yeah. If anybody wants physical copies of these, just DM me your address and I'll just mail whatever to you.
Absolutely. And where can they find you, Ben?
They can find me at Ben's Brick Designs, youtube.com/Ben's Brick Designs. And there's a link to Discord channel and Instagram. And I'm not going to say what my Instagram name is because it's a weird name. There's a link to that there.
And you still have YouTube open? Can you put just real quick, type something in the chat? That way they can click on your name and go to your channel.
You can go here.
If you don't mind, of course.
Not. Oh yeah. I want.
I despise
fewer people looking at my stuff.
So there you go. There is in the chat Ben's Brick Design. You can find his YouTube channel and more information there. Check him out. He streams as well. He did some. He did an art stream last night and did some. Ninja. I was thrown off by your instant name. Yeah,
I need to change that.
Because it's a very different name than everywhere else. But yeah, check out Ben's his content across all the social medias, and hit him up if he's selling that original art, guys. Buy it. Deppy, you should get that sheep. I think that sheep is one of my favorites from the day.
Yeah.
Sweet stuff. Awesome. Thank you, Gallagade. Yeah, thanks for being here. Again, I'll throw this up just real quick. Also, because Ben's name's on it. So thank you to these guys, all of these amazing people for supporting me on Patreon. I appreciate that. Again, you can find me right there, patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. You can find me online, kevinhinkle.com, or on social media at Mr. Kevin Hinkle or at MrHinkleDraws for just my artwork. We will be back next Friday. Let me just make sure. Yeah, no, I'm not going anywheres. I'm not going anywhere. So we'll have our next. We'll be back to the regular old run of the mill Doodle stream next Friday, and our next multiplayer version. It's the last. The plan is the last Friday of every month. So that will be February 28th. So that'll be the next one. I do not know who the guest is yet. I have some ideas, but I'll wait to lock that in before I say anything further. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here, Ben.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And everybody, enjoy your weekend. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.